I guess actually before we get started today, who's using physical dice?
Oh yeah, let me grab my little. I like to chop and change, but I do
I
have
need
my
to
little.
You
know what? I do have my physical dice, but I really like the system in the website that just clicks it for me.
Yeah,
it is.
So
Even though I have a physical.
I mean, that's
like
what I was
doing
going
a
to segue
mix.
into. The other group that have been playing, the other misadventurers, they've been using dice on Google and then trying to do all the math themselves. And their minds were blown when I told them the character sheet does it. So I was kind of just wanting to check that, like...
It does it all,
yeah,
man.
honestly,
They didn't
I think
know
it was...
that
There's built-in dice.
It was Cam and Eloise, I think, specifically. They were both using, like, just ugly Google dice and then having to do all the math themselves.
Oh, if you had me doing math, I would have been out of your
wonder
no,
they're
I
so
wouldn't
slow.
have been able to math.
Yeah, like
I would have been so
I
gone.
basically will roll like a normal dice if it's just for like a check or something that's not like. But when it's like using advantages and like things and spells, and I'm like, just click the button. Like it's much easier that way. Like,
Yeah, just hit that button.
that's crazy.
I just wanted to check that we've either got physical dice or we're at least using the character sheet, because my god, does that save us some time.
Cam saying, "Bro, come outside and call my dice ugly." You weren't using real dice, and the thing is, Cam has real dice. He plays D&D.
Why didn't you just use the real ones then? If
I'll
you're doing
come outside
math?
though. Meet me outside, bro.
What the hell,
on
man?
the tarmac. Go on, Drift and Cam.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I'd put my money on Drift.
My money's on Drift.
Same.
My money's on Drift.
I'm scrappy. I mean, you all saw what I did to Owen last episode. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Calm down with your words.
I imagine with Drift, it's if the beanie comes off,
Oh yeah, then
beanie comes
I'm
off,
ready
that's
to
you're
throw
dead.
down.
You're literally dead. Right, so for those of you unfamiliar, if you missed the previous streams or you're only jumping in now, welcome. This is Misadventures Play DAGGERHEART. DAGGERHEART is a tabletop RPG system similar to Pathfinder, Cosmere, Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of thing, from the team over at Critical Role. Little differences that you might not be aware of. Instead of rolling d20s, a lot of our players will roll 2d12. This bad one is the fear dice. This one is the hope dice. Fear is a currency that I, as the GM, get to use. Hope is a currency that the players get to use to do cool stuff. And basically, I have written a one-shot that's taken a lot more than one stream. We're into stream number 4 of this story. The quickie summary is there have been a string of murders and kidnappings over in Orchidia. Our players ended up being witness to one of them and managed to thwart it. They went with one of the Watchers, who are, towns guards, if you will, from Merriport, over to Merriport, actually, with one of them that was injured, and eventually set off to try and find somebody called Victor Blackthorn, dubbed the Tinkerer is his nickname, because he may have some knowledge on what these water apparitions were that were actually killing people in the streets of Orchidia. He said that they needed to go over to a place called Tadpole's Rest, which is one of Sausage's builds from Misadventures, to get a special ingredient for creating a special piece of magic tech that might help them in the fight against the water monsters. So they went over there, they met the dojo leader, they passed a challenge, which was a mixture of strength, agility, and perception, or insight, I suppose. They succeeded. The dojo master gave them what they needed. They went back to Victor, and then they wandered back to Orchidia, where they're hoping to try and bring this string of magical murders to an end. And at the end of the last live stream, Agatha, played by Scott, was just outside of Suri's Spot, which is the fishing shack that I own on the server, and basically spoke with a fish in the water and was guided over towards a opening in the mud, which seemed to be lined with sea pickles and goes deeper in, and there were little flecks of copper blocks and things, implying that that might be the location of the abandoned sewer project of Orchidia, where they may find the culprit behind what's been going on. Luckily for us, Lazarus is very attentive, and when he was last in the Orchidian tavern, he'd gotten information from some of the locals about how a really foul-tasting drink that they have called swamp juice actually gives some magical properties. So our players made their way back into the tavern, stepped through the front door, and that is where tonight's story begins. So as you wander in, there's a lot of the usual faces inside of here. When you were here previously, you met the likes of Esperanza, you saw the owner Paloma, again behind the bar doing her thing. And basically you wander in and you can just see people chit-chatting away. Sorry, I'm stalling there because my notes have broken. How the hell do I get my notes back? There we go. Sorry, yeah. So you walk in and you can see Esperanza, you can see Paloma. No sign of Rosalia tonight. She's not around, but you can see Rosa Delago, and in the corner, seems quite sad and crying. She's like, oh, where is he? My Angelito lindo. And she's just like crying to herself. And some of you may know what she's talking about. You may not. And there's also Fabius of Fabulous Records, which is the very awkwardly named music store that is next door to the tavern. But welcome yourselves into the space and let me know what you'd like to do.
I don't know. Part of me is like, Sausage should take lead because he was here before, but also he did try and rob them last time, so I don't know how well it's going to go.
And also the numbers are dwindled, so you can't even sneak in. It's not as hustling and bustling as it previously once was because of these strings of murders. You've heard on the winds that there have been 1 or 2 more nights of chaos since your last visit, so it really is just the local patrons, not much in terms of tourist traffic here tonight. So as you walk in, all eyes turn to the 4 of you.
Should we start by getting a drink?
Yeah, I think we should go to the bar.
We're wanting to get one specific drink, and then we want to leave, remember, guys?
Yeah, but can't we have like a fun little treat drink?
We can have a celebratory drink after we've done.
After? What about before? Because we know we're gonna do so good.
We might have to fight, so why don't we take like a little, for courage, a little courage drink before we go out.
I swear the swamp juice will have plenty of that type of properties in it, as well as giving us the water breathing we might need. Here?
Fine.
Fun.
Can't believe this. We just got to the pub too.
I'm hungry.
All right, let me go up to Paloma. Paloma, hey, I'll take 4 swamp juices and we'll be out of your hair right away, okay?
How? What do you lot plan to do this evening? 4 swamp juices. We're going people for a usually only order one.
Well, it's one of each. It's one for each of us. It's not that bad. I'm not drinking all 4 like last time, Just this one for each.
Yeah, just one.
Darling, you know the waters aren't great for swimming around here, right?
Yeah, but you know me, I like a challenge.
What? This is some kind of healthy competition? What's going on?
The mud's great on the skin. How do you think I keep my youthful appearance, hun?
Why didn't you say so sooner? I've been getting imports from Isla Bonita for the past 2 months.
Oh, that's
you've been holding out on me.
You've got to go for the real slimy stuff at the bottom, though. It's not as particularly appealing.
Yeah, Isla Bonita is really not that good, actually. I think he gets his stuff secondhand, so I wouldn't go back there.
Surely not. Surely the Bonita mud is from Bonita, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just think it's perfumed rubbish. They just add a little smell in, make it smell nice. None of that natural remedies that I prefer.
Yeah, well, you work wonders, and you look great because of it, frankly. So 4 swamp juices. Right, let me get some of these out. I think we're actually towards the end of the crate here, so you might have to fight it out. They're actually puts a big crate on the table. Got 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Oh, so I don't know how you want to divvy that out, but here you go. I tell you what, because we are 1 short, I'm only going to charge you 2 handfuls of gold for that.
Oh, yeah, who's paying?
I'm broke.
I don't. Wait, you're broke?
You can't be broke.
I'm broke.
You can't
be broke.
Yeah, you just stole.
I don't have any money.
You've been stealing everything. Come on, it's your turn.
No,
Pay up for the
I've been giving it to the poor.
I don't think you've been giving in to the poor.
I don't think you've been giving anything. I think you should pay for this one for us.
You told me specifically you hate poor people. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is your go, Crow. Give it a. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Pay up.
I'm so broke. Oh well, you're not gonna believe me anyway. Fine, I'm paying.
Thank you very much. Now, I will say you're probably better trying to divide it out. It might not be quite as effective, but the effects should still work. You might just not have quite as much swim time, I should say, as usual. But, that's just how things go sometimes. I'll be sure to ask Felix to put an order in at Maryport to get us a brand new batch.
Do you think I could get 4 glasses then, dear, and I'll just divvy it out between us?
Yeah, of course. There we go.
Yes, can I get my glass chilled, actually? I like it when it's nice and cold.
Oh,
chilled?
me too, if possible.
It's Orchidea, darling. We don't really do anything chilled here. Everything is damp and moist. Look at the walls.
We've got to go back to Maryport,
That's
man.
not mold. That's wallpaper.
Yeah, the Wild Rose
Guys,
Tavern
the
wouldn't
humidity is
be
great for
doing
your
this
skin anyway. It's fine.
Exactly. She gets it and pulls out 4 glasses. There you go.
I'll basically then
she
divvy
just-
it out between, while they're talking, I'll like pour it so it's kind of like they're all pretty even spread between 4 glasses.
And you see at the end of the bar, Esperanza, who hasn't paid you much mind until now, just sort of turns and just interestingly watches you, because the reactions to this are usually quite volatile. Swamp juice, as much as it has quite magical properties, it's not perfumed and it's not flavored and it's not scented in any kind of way. So it is just awful to drink. I don't know if any of you want to try and like blue steel your way through as though it's not going to affect you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, thankfully, this is a time I suppose my iron stomach experience would come in wonder.
Yes!
Oh,
Perfect.
true.
But also, I think
So-
like Agatha's going to be like getting out little like flowers and stems and kind of making them look like little fancy cocktails with a few berries and just sort of decorating the tops of the
Ooh.
glasses.
Now that we could probably do with around here. Remind me to have a chat with you about that. I
Yeah,
don't
I'll
know
show
what
you
kind
how-
of fauna.
I'll show you
isn't
which
gonna
ones you can
poison
actually
folks
have
around
and
here.
which ones I'll have you in the loo for weeks. Don't worry.
That would be a good idea. All right, then. I suppose bottoms up, everyone. Do your best.
Oh, let's go.
Agatha's going to go cheers and just chug it like one big swig and down.
So for this, I think we need to go for
Rolling?
a presence roll. And this is all done individually. So if everybody rolls 2d20, add or minus your presence things, to try and keep a really straight face, the save face inside of this tavern, I reckon you've probably got to hit like a... it's pretty foul drink. I'm going to say you're going to have to hit an 18.
18.
I got a 20 with hope. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice!
I got 17 plus 1 for my presence, so I got 18.
You got 18. Fantastic. And you used your...
well, I was going to say I have to use hope to use experiences, right?
Yes.
And I don't have any hope, so I can't actually use
You
it.
don't?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay. And Lazarus...
Hey, where do I
Ren,
click
will
on? Do I
you
just
join
click
in
on the
with this?
presents? Or
Just click on
presents
presence
the top
and
right?
go for a
Okay,
roll,
okay.
yeah.
Roll. 15. Almost.
Oh,
Come on.
Lazarus is just coughing and spluttering.
Come on.
I like the fact, I like to imagine he'd have drank it and be like, yeah. Like doing that thing of like trying to hold it in, like, no.
It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Lazarus, I'm going to ask you to mark a stress for me if you could.
Because what stress too?
It takes a lot of self-control and a lot of willpower to not vomit this back up. You need the water-breathing elements of this to work, so you cannot chug it back up. So it takes a physical toll on your body trying to contort your stomach and your mind to not repel this that you've just taken in.
Oh, here we go again. Okay, that's right.
Drift.
I love that the noises are so distorted that like it just doesn't come through on the mic.
All right, my go.
Yeah.
Before Rin takes a swig, she locks eyes with Esperanza and winks, and I roll a 16 with hope.
Oh, you too, huh?
It's so
Y'all
you
can't
managed
handle the
to,
drinks.
you managed to take the drink back, and you're keeping eye contact the whole time, and there's a slight shake to you while you're trying to keep it down, and just a little bit is leaking out the corner, and you just go, and you try like just licking it up out of the corner of your mouth, and Esperanza just chuckles. I will also ask you to mark a stress as well, because you nearly managed to keep it in. You were nearly strong-willed enough, but
As she's like struggling, Agatha's gonna come and like pat her in the back with her and be like, "Do you want another one, Dee Dee?"
Nope, one was enough. More than enough.
Usually I'm a lot better with these drinks, but today I guess I'm not. Oh.
And Esperanza at the end of the bar goes, 50-50. It's usually about the going rate. What are you drinking that foul stuff for anyway?
Gotta go for a swim.
Yeah. You want to join us?
No. I would rather go and hang out with the thistle folk down the road. No, thank you. And she just flicks her hair and turns away. She's just simply not interested. She may have been tempted to accompany you had more of you passed if it didn't seem quite so bad, but she is not particularly impressed right now.
Right,
Your
guys.
loss.
Should we head out then?
Yeah, let's just get
Let's
this over
go.
with.
I think we're ready.
So you wander back out into the streets of Orchidia. You notice that there's a few people walking around, a lot quieter than usual, and you've got the watchers that are present as always. Not the familiar faces that you know as Riven and Felix, but completely different watchers whose name tags are actually just kind of obscured by very lazily put on wraps and garbs. And you wander down towards the waters, and I'm assuming you want to try and enter the tunnel here.
Yeah.
Is this
we'll
the
head
spot?
out to the water.
Yeah.
and-
Let's jump on in.
Okay.
Stings.
It is pretty grim, honestly. So you find yourselves at the entrance to a very muddy tunnel. It's lined with coral and sea pickles and all manner of mold and overgrowth and stuff like that. The only thing it seems to be repelled by are random blocks of heavily oxidized copper. It's gone to that kind of green state where it blends in with some of the coral, but even some of it is now beginning to be chipped away at and eroded, either by things brushing by it, like, you know, particularly spiky fish, or maybe even the fish life around there are actually beginning to try and graze on it because there isn't a whole lot for them to eat in this area, yet they seem to remain regardless. And I suppose if you would like to make your way in, we can do some group action rolls to see how well you can traverse this tunnel. And you're going to be completely submerged for this for larger portions. There are going to be 2 checkpoints. And once you've cleared both of those, you'll be then on to the third, where hopefully you arrive at your destination. So
Can
who
I
would
have
like...
done something as we were walking to?
Absolutely, yeah.
I
Check
just
in.
want to have done my little talisman thing.
Cool. Remind me what that is again, because
It's
I know
basically
you've used
just-
it once or twice. And it's
Yeah,
been really useful.
it's just once per long rest. I can imbue a small item with your protective essence. When the person holding the talisman takes damage, you can expend its magic to reduce the number of hit points they mark by 1.
Nice. So it
I
brings it down
basically just
by a tier.
imagine, I just imagine she kind of grabs like some gems and some vines and kind of weaves them into like a little bracelet around her wrist.
Nice. So I'm going to pop a D20 on the table. To be honest, it doesn't even need to be a D20, but I've got a countdown of 3. So who would like to go first here? So somebody will lead the roll. You'll essentially be swimming at the front of the pack, trying to figure out this, what you learn to be very quickly, a confusing, twining mess of tunnels. Some of them are a little bit more forgiving in that they've got clear pathways with a lot of sea pickles lighting the way. Some of them are just kind of like curtained with seagrass that's growing somehow from the ceiling as well as the floor. You can see breaks of light through them, and it's kind of causing these strange refractions on the wall. Makes everything feel quite haunting. But yeah, who would like to lead on this? I will tell you that this will be a let's see. I guess because it's I'm leaning towards agility because it's a movement thing, but I kind of think it would be more instinct because
if
it's
you're
a navigation
navigating.
situation. So I will say for now, you will all roll with advantage when you do this because you've got the effects of the water breathing potion present. So that hopefully will better your chances. So I would like who's going to lead the first go at
What's
this?
everyone's instinct? Mine is +2.
I'm plus
Minus
1.
1.
We're all plus. Yeah, so you should go, Agatha.
Yeah.
Okay, Agatha will be attempting to
Let's
lead the way
go.
then.
Our leader.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything you say to the group as you wander your way in for the first time?
Keep up, dearies. We're going in.
How do you know this
Go.
place so well? Do you hang out here?
She lives here.
She's gonna be like, I don't, and then just jumps in.
We're still gonna
Fair
die.
enough.
There's a hurried rush behind as well, with
so you
everybody
said-
else coming in.
We do advantage, right?
Yeah, with advantage, yeah. So it will be... I've not actually done an advantage roll on the sheet so far, so you
Oh,
just
I
click
see it.
on
Yeah.
Instinct.
Instinct and then advantage on the left, right?
and
Does
roll.
too.
Okay.
I got 21 with fear.
Woo! Okay,
Whoa.
21 with fear. So sorry, I forgot to mention the DC for this. The difficulty for it is just a 15, a little bit higher than the center average, but it's a 15. So what was that? 21? Did you say?
Yep.
Oh my
21.
god!
21. Cool. So we got 21 to start with. I think that's an automatic pass, given that even if the other 3 fail, that would drop you down to a minimum of 20. So I think
Guys,
you can consider
Lazarus Blood Veil is not failing this one, I'll tell you now.
Oh, really? What'd you get?
Ooh.
12 and 12, so a critical success plus 6 plus 1, 31.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You know what? Because of that, I'm going to
Crazy.
say actually that a critical success is actually going to leap you past checkpoint 1 and past checkpoint 2 as well. I'm going to say
let's
that we now
go.
only need one more successful roll in order to get through here.
Guys, it's all the time
So-
I've been drowning from the last time. I think I've
True.
grown those gills.
I have an
okay?
iron stomach, you have iron lungs.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Was that not one of the experience things you made though? Was like
Yeah,
iron
yeah,
lungs,
and I
like-
didn't even use it. It's called Mean Gills. Remember, we called
Yeah,
it Mean
Mean
Gills.
Gills.
Oh, you did call it that in the end. Nice.
Yeah, and I didn't get to use it. That's crazy. That's awesome.
So
Let's go,
so our
Lore.
countdown is now down to 1, which is very exciting. So you're making your way through. You're going past what you can only surmise are actually people. You wonder whether these are skeletons and like loose fleshy masses that have been kind of decomposing inside of here. They're probably other bodies and other slain people that have been dragged back into the waters. These people are probably unreported. A lot of the murders and kidnappings that have happened have ended up on the record, but you start to get the sense that this has been going on for longer than anybody maybe realized. And also, it's indiscriminate. There are tiny bodies, there are tall bodies, broad, slim. It seems as though like this magical water, these elementals are able to move just about anything that they can get their momentum underneath. So we carry on through. You've managed to push past some of the seagrass, occasionally catching yourself on some of the coral, which causes a little bit of panic and frustration. It almost kind of, the knotting and the twisting of the coral at times almost feels like there's a hand reaching out towards you, but you know it's just your own imagination playing tricks on you. So who would like to lead the next part of the swim? We move over to either Rin, Lazarus, or Crow for this.
I think I'll give it a go.
Okay,
Yeah, you do
nice.
it. I'm
Do it.
scared.
Yeah.
So
Go
we'll
with your
start with-
hand.
Start with Rin's roll. I will say probably by this point, we'll start to have the water breathing effects begin to wear off. After you pass that second checkpoint, that's where it disappears. So now we're just doing presence rolls normally. If we do
Presence
go
or
another
instinct?
turn. Sorry, instinct. Yeah, sorry,
Instinct?
instinct.
No advantage?
No advantage this time, but if it does have to go into another turn, then it will be a case of you'll be rolling with disadvantage and there will be consequences for not succeeding.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. All right. Time to just go in. And I rolled a 16 with hope.
Fantastic. That's very good. 16 could put us in the danger territory here. So now I need all the other players to roll an instinct as well.
All right. Roll.
Ooh, I got a 9 with hope.
Okay, so that's a -1, which takes us down to 15.
I got a good one again. 24 with fear.
Yes.
That's a
Ooh,
plus
nice.
1, taking us back up to 16. I think at
that
this
is-
point-
I'm 21 with hope. But it was like
Fantastic.
Yep.
So that is a success. You
Let's
managed
go.
to push through, and the further you're going through, Rin, the first thing you notice is that the density and the frequency of the copper is becoming more and more apparent. You see a couple of tunnels going off, but with your kind of heightened senses that you have being an elf, you can see that the reflection of the sea pickle shining in the water, you start to see basically obvious dead ends. You can see these kind of like reflections on what are iron bars. And eventually you find one where the tunnel continues to go in and in and in and darkens. But for some reason you're trusting of that. And you swim through, you wander in, and then you start to notice that there's a slight drop off. There's a gentle waterfall dip. And you find yourselves out of the water and standing inside of a fairly cramped. I mean, Rin will certainly have to crouch down here. I think Agatha's shorter stature means she's just stood upright and having a great time. And Lazarus and Crow make their way through as well. And you have successfully arrived in one of probably many pipes that lead to the lower sewer system of Orchidia.
All right. Any idea what this place is? Grandma, have you ever seen this before?
I mean, not really. I don't tend to spend much of my time underwater, but I'm imagining it's a sewers.
Well,
It looks
where
a lot
do we
like the
go from
Mariport
here?
sewers too. It's kind of
stings.
similar.
Why are you all
Bad.
going into the sewers?
Honey,
Well-
why do you not know what a sewers is? I live in a swamp, but I still
Yeah.
know that a city has to put their sewage somewhere.
Well, I know what a sewer is in theory, but I'm not actively going in them. Why are you all hanging out in there?
I'm
Well, there's
not-
gold. You don't know about that? How about the Maryport sewers? There's
No.
gold down there. There's
And people rob.
yeah. There's a lot of people to rob there, especially those stupid red cloaks.
I've also
They
just
suck.
lived a long life, dearie. When you get to my age, you kind of try a bit of everything.
Wait, how old are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Ooh, can we all
I knew
guess?
it wouldn't be that easy.
Let's
Yeah,
see
can we
who
get?
gets close? Oh, whoever gets close gets-
533.
whoever gets close gets a chocolate.
533. I'm a human,
Wow.
dearie. I'm not that crazy.
Okay, let me take a good guess at this. I think you are 172.
Okay.
Okay, no. Listen, whoever gets the closest gets a treat, okay? Please.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
get
yeah.
closer right now. I'm thinking you don't look not a day over 72.
72. Hun, you're just trying to flatter me.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah,
Come on.
Come on,
Don't
did
give
I
him the
win?
candy
Did I
for
win?
that.
Come on, did I win?
None of you were close enough for me to tell you, so we're just gonna. You'll have to leave it up for a mystery. Maybe I'll tell you.
Has
after
Crow
the-
had a guess yet?
Well,
Oh, Crow's at 500
Yeah.
and something.
500 something?
yeah.
Oh gosh,
Someone is
how I missed that?
voting.
What?
That's why I said I'm a human, dearie. I'm no.
Man, I thought I was going to win just because they all said you were old, Grandma.
I am old, dearie, but older than what you said and younger than what the other two did.
Can we still get
Okay.
candy?
We'll,
Yeah, can I still have some?
we'll see how well you do for getting this sorted, then I'll give you a candy.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we got to win, guys. We got to win.
We gotta win.
I'm like Pavloving this group, like giving them a treat for doing good things and holding the treats back when they do something I don't like. It's like no sweets for you.
That positive reinforcement
Yeah,
whenever it's
literally.
necessary.
It's working.
Yeah, this group is much
I'll do
less really
anything.
than they were the first two.
You've got them under control.
Yeah, we all got a taste of the treats. We know how good it is, so we'll do whatever it takes to get another one.
So this conversation's unfolding as you're pottering along. There is still a little bit of water kind of like dampening your feet as you wander through these pipes. And they begin to fork and bend and twist and change. And you're just following the very minimal light sources that you have. Sometimes it does seem to be that the light source is coming from additional fungi and sea pickles that are growing in different parts of the tunnels. And then you've got a slight fork in the road. It's basically two sections you can go. You can hear the same voice reverberating down each of them. And you just hear a voice in the distance going, "Yes, seems like somebody is privy to our plans. And now they're moving in on our territory. Maryport was supposed to be ours to take. It began slowly, and our work here has been good. Who could it possibly be that would strike there? Insolent fools. We'll weed them out." And you just hear this voice reverberating and carrying through the tunnel in both directions. So it's basically just a fork in the road here. Both of them have a relatively equal amount of light coming from them. No immediate apparent dangers down either of them. So it's about whether you'd like to go left or to go right.
Well, my friend Bardonce always said to the left, so I'm happy to go that way if you fancy it.
How's that pronounced again?
Bardonce?
Yeah, what's it? What? Oh, is that a wizard or something?
Spell that for me. Spell that for me.
Yeah,
So
we need it
imagine
in the wiki.
Beyonce, but instead of B, it's Bard. Bardonce.
Bardonce. All right,
Bardonce.
good.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. They have a really beautiful singing voice. I've heard of them before.
Yeah, they're great.
I
I
suppose
think-
it's about whether the group would like to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
do left.
I think
If
we
you
should
don't
also
say-
do it
Bardonce.
sneakily. We should be lighting our feet here.
okay, light on her feet. Got it.
I think if we're doing that, that will probably be a group role here. So as you get closer and the water lessens, you are kind of now just on dry pipes. A little bit of moss is helping to soften the sound of your footsteps, but you've got a lot of armor on. You've got a lot of weaponry. There's some jingles, some jangles, the occasional tap on the copper pipes could send a signal out. So I'd like somebody to lead a group. Suppose a group finesse roll would probably be the best case.
I have advantage on rolls to move without being heard.
Ooh.
Up to you.
Is that part of being a witch, or is that?
It's part of being a wildborn. I'm light-footed. Your movement is
of course.
naturally silent. You have advantage on rolls to move without being heard.
Okay. Well, if Agatha would like to lead that sneak and creep in, that would be great.
So I get advantage on it. And it's
Yep.
what roll? Finesse, did you say?
Yes, a finesse roll, yeah.
With advantage.
At least I think it would be. Yeah, it looks like a finesse to me.
Finesse trait roll. When I click advantage, it's added a d6.
Yeah, it gives you 6.
Is that?
Yes. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure when you do...
You get the little green
It's Daggerheart
box.
is a plus D6, whereas it's Dungeons and Dragons, it's you do the roll twice,
Yeah.
isn't it? And you take the highest. So yes, it's just a D6 added to
In
it.
which case, it is a 19 with hope.
Ooh.
19 with Hope is very good indeed. Agatha moves towards the sound, and everybody is following slowly behind. And luckily, that was the correct way to go. So there was the intended path, which was to go via what would essentially be the front entrance to a space that you were going to go into. But now it appears that you've managed to come in from a slight side angle. There's an additional copper pipe, which has a sort of like a thick warped route, like a sort of like hanging vines wall between you and the room that's ahead of you. And the light is absolutely bursting from this room. A lot of it coming from magnified glow lichen that's draping the walls. It glows a lot brighter than it typically does. Like usually it kind of can be mistaken for diamonds because it gives off such a faint glow that the shaping and the colorization of it can trick a lot of people that are down in the mines, but this one is glowing. Like this is almost getting to sort of close to LED levels. And you can see inside there's a couple of copper bulbs. And then in the center of the room, there is a tall figure seemingly speaking to himself. And there is nobody else in the room from what you can see, but you're just kind of peering through the sort of the dead vines and roots that are hanging from the top of that pipe.
I just love the idea that because obviously Agatha's glasses are huge and make her eyes massive. It's just a giant eye like through one of the vines.
Oh no!
Like I'm thinking of like Scar's telescope from Hovercraft last season, like that kind of thing.
That.
poking out.
Right, a cartoon eye at the thing. Can you update where we are on the map before I change to it, just so I know?
Yes, I will. I tell you what, we'll do that. We'll have a little move over to that screen actually. So currently, you all would have come through this entrance previously. You would have. Oh, sorry, just here is where you would have come. But by choosing the correct path, you now are essentially coming out back here. So it's slightly off the map. So this is a large pillar. This here is a large pillar, and yeah, basically you've got a slight peek around the corner, and you can see a very large figure here. A really sort of it's almost silhouetted. They've got their back to you at the moment, and it's just one large cloak, and they appear to be somewhat floating off of the floor as well. And they're just muttering to themselves like, first here, then the town. She will pay. Banishing us, she will pay. We start here, and we excavate, and we move, then we take over all of it. The whole realm. Is there anything you would like to do? You notice as he's talking to himself, and he's just sort of kind of very rhythmically just moving his hands, and you're not sure whether at that moment in time whether he is currently controlling some waters back up in Orchidia, because you do notice shimmering from the light there is a giant gauntlet on his wrist. It is gold, and it's got a large ruby in the center of it, and he's waving his hands around, and you wonder whether he's actively in the process of commanding those water elementals that you've previously encountered.
You guys want to just kill this guy, or do you want to talk to him?
Well, I think he's probably the one that's been causing all the troubles.
Got it.
Also,
I'll kill him.
would I recognize him as one of the people from my vision when I was down here?
I guess The silhouette is the same as before, yes.
'Cause
So
obviously
when
you
you
said he was really
previously had the
tall.
vision,
So like,
very tall, very cloaked. You're getting basically a similar profile as to before.
what I had.
Previously, in your vision, you probably would have been more stood around the back of this pillar just here, whereas obviously
Yeah.
now you're at a different angle. So it's similar. Last time you won't have seen the gauntlet, but the gauntlet on his left hand is now present to you from this side.
I think we
well,
use
team?
the element of surprise to try and take the upper hand while we can.
Yeah, listen, I can do the first strike. Listen, I also could do a very special thing that I can mark him for death. I can attack him from behind. It'll get so much more painful when I go through there.
Yes. Kill him, but don't drown again.
No, there's no water here. Well, there's not that much water. I think I'm safe.
Sounds like you've got this under control.
Oh my, yes. Oh, and then if anything, we can
How-
talk to him after.
So how does Daggerheart work
That's
in
his bit.
terms of surprises? Because obviously, like, if it was D&D, we would all get a turn to attack before he would go.
Yeah, I would say I've obviously not done it before, but my assumption would be that probably your first attack on him will have advantage. Each of you get to have one go, and yeah, I think advantage would probably come with that.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you'd like, if you want to strike, you can feel free to do so.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I feel like it makes
Yeah.
sense if we all just kind of like sort of burst out and just go straight
Yeah.
into it to kind of like
Yeah.
throw him off.
Okay, let's enter combat.
yes.
All right, we are in. So he's there going, "Ah, yes, and nobody can stop us. No withered hands and other decomposed body parts. Pitiful fools. And after this place, we'll go beyond. The Dwarven Kingdom will be next." And he's just like unloading his plans and just talking out loud. So feel free to jump on in whenever you'd like. Let me know what you want to do.
All
I
right.
suppose actually we need to look at ranges as well to see where you guys are currently. So
Oh yeah, what is that?
where is it? It's
Measure.
it's M then O, sorry. So as it stands right now, you are in far range from him, so you're going to have to try and close that gap, which typically would be your action. So I think you'd maybe have to do a roll to see whether
What if I can attack from far range?
you're fine then.
Ooh.
But if Lazarus was looking to attack first, he would have to move into a suitable range first. But if you ever move far, then that actually costs you your turn. That's your action, if memory serves correctly.
Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, I don't think
Let
mine
me quadruple
has.
check that.
Yeah, my backstab has. Let's see.
Okay, so yeah, you have to make a separate agility roll to move farther as your primary action. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that. I don't know whether you'd necessarily be able to attack, so it might be worth having a far ranger strike first, then you can
Yeah,
get
do a far
yourself
range
into position.
Because I also have
afterwards.
another thing that I can do, which is I can go into my spirit form, and I can get behind the guy in one turn. I just have to mark a stress.
Okay, sure.
But I could do that after. But we can do that after. Like you could do the long range, and then right after I could do the sneak right behind, and I could stay in ghost form until I reappear later on in the next turn, because they can't even see me if I'm in the spirit form too. So I'm
Yeah,
kind of
so I'm just
safe
reading
after.
it now. So it's called Midnight Spirit. So you spend a hope to summon a humanized. Oh no, wait. Is
No,
that
the other
what
one,
you're
the ghost
referring?
one. No, the ghost one, the
Ghost.
second
Oh,
one,
sorry.
the transformation.
You can go between corporeal and incorporeal. Mark a stress to transition into and out of your spirit form. You can move through solid objects, are immune to physical damage, and take double magic damage. You can spend 2 hope to attack or physically interact with the material world. Ooh, okay. Fair enough.
Yes, I can just poof.
So who would like to go first?
Yeah, I got that. If you have that
I
long
can
range,
go for a.
destroy
I'll go
it.
for a shot.
There you go.
Ooh, is the music going funky? Give me 2 seconds. It does this after a while. If it's running for a bit, it just starts to lag out. Also, I'm quite excited. I just saw a notification on my feed saying Hightail is saved. So there you go. That's the thing. I'm gonna read after
Yeah,
the
let's
stream.
go.
Nice.
Just waiting for the app to load back up. It is not responding like a mother. Let's try that again. There we go. And dungeon layer, combat. Give me a little explosion real quick. Ooh. Ooh,
I
nice.
heard it.
A little sound effect.
Nice.
Okay, right. So, Agatha's going first, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yep.
Nice. All
I'll
right, so they're within
probably-
far range currently.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can like tuck out behind this pillar.
Yeah, absolutely. You can move anywhere within close range for free. So anything within that green circle from like
Okay.
there, you're more than welcome to move to.
She's gonna kind of tuck out from this side and then sort of fire off her staff, basically.
Nice. Go ahead and give me a an action roll. See whether you can actually land it.
I got 12 with fear.
Unfortunately, that does miss. So you basically, what was it? Just like a regular sort
Just
of like
dual staff.
bolt of.
Yeah.
Okay, go for a dual staff. So you shoot off it goes across, and just whether it's the water is kind of like blocking the view and trying to lean around a pillar, you just sort of hear and go, ah, intruders! And it goes like, yeah! Both hands raising upwards, and you notice that from the pool right next to him. If I can actually select things properly, you have one of these guys appear, another one. And you've now got 2 water elementals in the field with you as well.
Not these again.
No.
Lazarus, watch out.
Oh, I got it. I'm standing back.
You'll pay for your insolence, fool! And reaches a hand forwards and basically is going to try and send this.
Do we not all
send this
get an
creature.
attack because we're still in advance?
Oh, yeah, I suppose we do, yeah. So I suppose this creature is now into play as well. So as he's doing like this motion, that's the cue for the rest of you to try and come into the fray. So who would like to go
Guys,
next?
do something. What
I
if
got
you
this.
do
Listen.
something?
I see the water people. Now I'm scared to get close as a ghost form. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try to summon a spirit to fight for me.
Okay, go for it.
All right, now for this one, it does
So
say
this is
I
your
can go
midnight
very
spirit,
far.
isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to use that one. Yeah, because that one has range from like very far, so I can hit anybody at this point.
Yeah,
from
very
from
far is basically anything that is beyond 30 meters. So this entire room, you can create a spirit of some form. It's a humanoid sized spirit. So it doesn't necessarily have to be human. It can take on the form of any kind of creature, honestly, in the ancestry tree, pretty much.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So, one of my eyes is kind of glazed over, right? Well, the reason it's glazed over is because that was done by a special wizard, my first battle, and he gave me a nice little keepsake because after I killed him, his soul went inside my eye, and I can summon him whenever I want.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I'm
creepy.
summoning him right now, directly to the man in the middle, the floaty one. And I'm gonna shoot him out right here.
I need to give you a little character to represent them. Give me 2 seconds. Let's see what we got. You know what? I'm going to get one of the other player tokens that we have. We're going to bring in Gonglor the Good. He can be
Yes!
your little
Gonglor!
guy to control in whatever way, shape, or form you feel fit.
Oh, I love controlling Gonglor. Yes, my time has come.
Do you want him
Let
to
me
look for a ribbon? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's make him.
It
Let's
was a
make him
frog
a
wizard.
ribbon. It was a frog wizard. Yeah, but he had a
Frog wizard,
huge
nice.
hat, a giant hat that soared to the sky. The hat was taller than him.
I'm imagining Doug Dimmerdome.
Yes, that's exactly what I was imagining, just in wizard form, you know.
And that was the first wizard you ever defeated.
My first assignment, it was a wizard that I got an assignment to do my first kill, and if I succeeded that assignment, that's what got me in to La Sombra Negra, and I succeeded.
Okay, good to know.
Yep.
So you shoot this character over. You have to spend a hope in order to do that, which I'm assuming you've marked
got
the hope
6.
off, which is good.
Yep.
On a success, the spirit moves into melee range with that target and rolls a number of d6 equal to your spellcast trait. So, I guess what we need you to do is to do an action roll for me. So that is going to be just literally 2d12, regular old dice roll, a regular Daggerheart dice roll with the duality dice. And we'll see whether you can move into range of that
And I
water
can
elemental.
click on where it says Midnight Spear, where it says the damage roll one or the spellcast one?
We're doing
both
the
the
spellcast roll to begin with. So this is to
Okay.
try and land the
Got
to actually summon it and make it appear near the water elemental.
Okay, here we go. Roll in. Okay, 13 with hope.
13 with hope. That is that is unfortunately a fail.
No.
You still gain a hope, so pop a hope back on. So I would say, if because of that, I would say that this form does appear at the intended target, but it doesn't actually get to do a strike in any kind of manner. I'm curious what the rules are on, like, does it have HP, or is it you do the spell? You can only have one spirit at a time. Yeah, okay. So I suppose it's just a case of that will exist on the field, and you can use that as your turn to basically do melee strikes with every so often. So yeah, so you kind of, it projects this form out. Like, how does it come out of the eye, or is it just a case of the eye itself glows and then it appears in space, or does it actually like project and emanate from your body in some way?
Yeah, how I see it happening, you see like almost like a fog effect, like a mist come out of the eye and kind of twirl and like just go towards the person it's about to attack, and kind of do like a little maybe like a spin around the body that it's about to attack, and then just appear in front of them, almost like a shadowy figure just pop into frame in front of them, and you kind of see like the body, like how it looks, but almost like see through. You can see a little bit of a glow to it, like a little yellowish glow, like this ghost is alive in front of them.
Nice. So where it does predominantly melee strikes, do you have an idea of what kind of physical object it would use to try and strike the water elemental?
Yeah, I'm thinking how I pictured the original wizard. It's a long staff with a glowing green orb right at the top, but it's kind of twisted in a way that like the staff itself is made like a black ebony wood with like gold like lines through it. I don't know. This like that Japanese pottery. I forgot what it's called. That has cracks when they put it together.
When they repair it. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I can't remember the word for it. Somebody in chat will have it.
Yeah, that.
Nice. So it appears and it kind of just like emerges out of the floor in a similar fashion to how the water elementals themselves just raise from puddles and take on their physicality. And this wizard does the same. And as it just comes up, it just goes for a downward strike. And basically the water elemental just ever so slightly moves itself to the side on a slight off angle and resides there. And you've remained where you are. I suppose we hand it over now to Rin and Crow, who would like to go.
Question. I currently have the dagger equipped. I don't have to like spend an action to switch to my bow, do I?
No, I wouldn't say so. Like we can just have that be as it is. I think we already agreed previously that like you just swap into whatever you want at the beginning of the encounter, especially where you weren't sprung upon. Yeah. We'll let you do a swap here as you please.
Cool. So Rin takes a look around the room and kind of looks for a little bit of a vantage point, and I'm kind of picturing her to hop up on these copper trapdoors right here to gain sight specifically on that one. Sorry, I drew right there. And I would like to try and use Ranger's Focus. So it's spend a hope and make an attack against a target. On success, deal your attack's normal damage and temporarily mark the attack's target your focus. Until this feature ends or you make a different creature your focus, you can gain the following benefits. You know precisely what direction they're in. When you deal damage to them, they must mark a stress. And when you fail an attack against them, you end the focus.
Okay, brilliant. I will say, because you're trying to get up to a higher ground, and this pillar, by the way, is like very crumbled, so it looks quite uniform from here, but to come from around the back edge of the pillar, so coming around this way to get up onto this copper trap door, we probably might need a little bit of an agility check, which shouldn't be too difficult for Rin. It's not particularly like mossy or damp in any kind of way, so I'm going to set the DC for that as like a 10. So if you can do an agility roll for me, you've got +2, so this should hopefully.
I got a 10 with hope.
Whoa! Okay.
That was really close.
All right. So straight up there, kind of very majestically, just leaning on the cracks and putting your feet in footwells and footholds that a boulderer would absolutely dream of. And you land up here, and you can go for your strike attempt on the water elemental. All
right. She's kind of crouching on these trapdoors. Pulls out an arrow and just lines up a shot on that elemental creature. And I do the short bow, right?
So on that ranger's focus itself, it looks as though there's an attack roll button on it. So I'd be
there is.
to use that.
Sweet, let's use that. I got a 12 with hope.
A 12 is just not quite enough in order to hit it. So you get up there and you fire off your shots and and they just kind of like land in just the very sort of shallow edges of the puddle over here. There might have been like a slight sort of like, you know, perspective shift once you got up there. And the copper trap door is a little bit unhinged, like it's kind of clamped on at the corners, but where it's connected to a copper bulb, the actual like branching mechanism between the two of them is a little bit loose, and that does fall to the ground, but you do manage to keep your kind of base footing up here, but that's what would have thrown your shot off. We have got Crow to go next. You know what? Every time you do the car, I only hear the odd. I never hear the k. It's always like,
Yep, the
it's
mic
silent
doesn't
and you
pick
go,
up with the car
That's so
part.
funny.
you just sound really sad about everything. Like, oh,
Part of it, sometimes like my brain instinctively goes villager Minecraft noise, and I'm like, no, it's bird. It's bird. Yeah.
that's a really good impression. Jeez. What would you like to do, Crow?
I need to get close to them.
Okay, fantastic. Let's do that.
Okay.
So at the moment, your movement, you can go. I mean, that is in far range. For your class, do you have anything that would assist with movement and things like that? Let's have a look. Because you are an assassin. But I mean, you do have an advantage on these rolls anyway, so you can close the gap and you'll have advantage on that roll for this. You'd have to basically do an agility roll to move in.
Okay. With advantage?
With advantage, yeah. Again, because you've got the upper hand here, I'm only going to set the DC for that. I like that movement. In fact, is there a DC that you set for it? Is there a difficulty for what's it called? It's not far. What's the word beyond far in Daggerheart? Oh my god, what's the word? Oh, very far. That's the terminology.
Yeah.
Very far.
I was like, it can't be that easy.
Daggerheart. It might just be set by the GM, but I could be wrong. Very far. Oh, difficulty set by the GM. Yeah. I'd say because you guys have got the advantage here. This is the initial strike. Difficulty is like a 10. Nothing crazy.
I got an 11 with fear.
Okay, that just about works. I can claim some fear as well. I need to actually make a note of what I have fear-wise. I can't 100% remember what I had at the end of the last session, so
I remember
I'll just...
you basically had like you had so much, and you were like, I think I should cap myself, so you like brought yourself down to like 12 or something. Like,
yeah. In that case, then I'll trim that down even further. I'll start this with like 10 fear, and I'll leave it at that. That'll be fine. So you are able to move, but I would say that you don't quite make it as far as you'd like. So I'd say you don't quite make it to far range. I'd say you probably fall just short. You could probably go to the edge of like far here as opposed to being able to go very far. Yeah, I think that's what I would call.
Okay.
So where would you like to go within that range? You could probably just about get close enough to get to this water elemental and do a little something to it, but the wizard is probably a little bit out of reach.
Okay, I want to kill the water guy.
Okay, cool. Let's move you in. So pop you just there, right on the edge of what you've got. And because you're kind of like bustling and pushing past Lazarus, there's a little bit of a scuffle to get out, and there's feathers are getting caught in the vines that you've just had to drape past, and it's really uneasy footing, like to get down this little spot. But you do end up down here, prepared and ready. You won't have advantage on the strike because that was burned up on the movement, but we can do a regular action next time you go. You can do an attack on it. So play moves back. I guess that was with
you,
fear, wasn't it?
well, I was going to say that was also our surprise round, so I don't know how.
That was a surprise round.
Yeah.
How many fears did we get during that? I think Crow got a fear.
I had a fear.
Sausage had a failure. You had a fear. I reckon play pass to me for one strike. I'll say that basically this fella just here is going to try and be reactive and try and go for you. So let's start with the first D20 of the day. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to try and do an attack on Crow, I think. And it's going to do water jet as well. So I'm going to mark a stress on this one just here. So mark a stress. Boop. I'm going to do a dice roll. It went out the bowl. That was a 19 to hit, which I'm pretty certain that will connect with you. And then I'll get my D4 because it's basically 1D4 plus 4 physical damage. which is a 2. So that's going to be 6 points of physical damage, as well as giving you disadvantage on your next action. If you do fail on that action, then you will mark a stress as well. So we'll make a note of that. And what do you want to do with that damage-wise? Do you want to just take that hit and...
It's 6, right?
Yeah, so that's only 1 HP. So you
Yeah.
could take that HP, or you could always
Put on your
you could always
armor.
mark an armor slot.
Armor
to make
slot,
it
yeah.
zilch.
Yeah, I think, marking an armor slot.
Okay, cool. Nice. And that was successful. I think I will spend a fear as well to have the other fella over here kind of do a little bit of reaction to this mage apparition. I don't really know how to treat these because they kind of exist and they stay there, but it doesn't mention anywhere on the character sheet that it has any kind of stat block. I would maybe assume that any successful attack on it, which I would use your evasion to do that, is probably the way to go. Or do you think there'd be a better way of navigating that?
So what is the spell? Like, what is the ability?
It's called Midnight Spirit. Or I wonder, it says the spirit. Oh, no, sorry. It says that the spirit then dissipates. You can only have one spirit at a time. Oh, okay. So it will have gone to here, and then Gonglor would have had his attempt, and then he dissipates afterwards. So he's not even in play.
Okay, so it's a one-time thing, and then I can cast him again later and try it again, but he doesn't just stay there.
Yeah. In that case,
No,
then,
it says spend a hope to summon a humanoid-sized spirit that can move or carry things for you until your next rest.
But then it says you can send it to attack an adversary. When you do, make a spellcast roll. On a success, it moves into melee range and target.
Oh, the
roll
spirit
a
then
D6.
dissipates, so it only gets to attack once. But
Yeah,
you can have
yeah.
it out to carry and do things through a day.
But I think he can continually spawn that. It will just cost a hope each time if he wants to
okay,
do
Yeah,
further away
I would
attacks.
have to do it again.
I will say that this one's going to move over towards the edge of this pool here. And I think it's probably going to try and maybe fire off a shot if it has anything that can do far range. Let's have a look. Very close. Very close. No, all of its abilities are very close. So, I mean, if it started here, could it even get to very close? No, it'd have to spend an action. You know what? It's going to spend an action to try and move up to this water pool just up here, I think. So in order to do that, I guess I'll set the DC at like the average. Bang on in the middle. We'll go for the 13. Which it got a 14. So it's going to move up to here. And then I will pass play back to you guys.
Guys, nothing's working. Help! Let's do something different.
Well, we just haven't been very good at hitting them, my dear. We also we also remember we have our weapons are imbued with that stuff from Victor, so killing the water ones should keep them down if we take them out.
Yeah, so focus on the waters. Worry about the floaty guy later.
I feel like a mix. Otherwise, he's just going to keep bringing more of them. So
Yeah, I think we need to take him out. I mean, I've got some good shots lined up here. If you trust me, I can hit them this time. I swear I can. All right. Well, I've got something called Hold Them Off, and it's spend 3 hope when you succeed on an attack with a weapon to use that same roll against 2 additional adversaries within range of the attack.
Ooh,
so I'm
nice.
gonna line up a shot again on this one that's close to Crow.
Nice.
you're
This
almost
one
like
here, yeah.
ricocheting an arrow between them, like.
Yeah, it's a
It's
close shot,
spread,
but
isn't it?
yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can get it like right
See if
there.
you hit the
Right.
first. See if you hit the first one, and then you can use the ability.
Then we'll do the
Yeah.
math.
Okay. True. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Sweet.
You have to declare it first. Spend 3 hope. Oh no, it just says when
says
you
when you
succeed on an
succeed.
attack.
When you-
Yeah, so that's great.
Okay. Sweet. So I don't even have to declare it yet. Awesome. So do I just do the short bow?
Yeah, just the short bow, regular attack. You click on that +2 agility on the short bow, and that should
Oh,
give
plus
you
2
your roll.
agility. I see. Oh, I
it's
got a 9 with fear.
A 9 with fear.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does miss. Again, in a similar fashion, you had 2 arrows already kind of baked in your hand, expecting to do kind of a quick flurry of shots. But in doing so, you kind of drop and clamber one of the arrows. The one that you shoot just kind of whizzes past and goes through the middle, and the wizard just sort of goes, not close enough. And he's actually not entirely sure if you were going for him or for the water elemental just there. and he
It's not me,
decides-
it's the bow. It's all I'm gonna say. I got this at a market for really cheap. It's not me.
Yeah, it's really moist down here. It's really damp,
Yeah.
you know. The wood might have bent the wrong way.
Is it our go or is it your go, Martyn?
It's my go, yeah, because that was a failure, that one.
Is it
I'm gonna
only,
go-
do you get the turn on any failure, or is it only a failure or a success with fear? It's like
Any failure,
okay.
yeah. Yeah. All right then. So I think it's probably the mage's turn to try and attack back. I'm just reminding myself of some of the abilities that he's got. Okay, I like this one here. So this is called the Boiling Blast. So I'm going to spend a fear, taking me down to 8, to spew a line of boiling water at any number of targets in a line up to far range. All targets must succeed on an agility reaction roll. So I think I'm going to probably move this fella over towards here. He's going to station himself between his two water elementals, and I'm imagining that he's going to try and kind of do a line here, kind of like this, to basically try and nail
How dare you?
Crow and Lazarus at the exact same time.
No.
I'm literally
I'm very
hiding back
glad
here.
she ran all the way to the side.
I purposely stayed in the back so I didn't get hit. Come on.
So the agility reaction roll, I'm assuming, goes against the character's difficulty. So if you can both do an agility reaction roll, and that is going to be a difficulty of 16.
Okay, agility. Roll.
I have 16 with hope.
Ooh, 20 with hope.
Nice. So you see both of these begin to sort of like bubble and move and shake a little bit. And basically a shot fires out from here. It's absolutely searingly hot. You sort of see the steam emanating. He kind of draws from both of them, just kind of like, you see the waters by their feet are bubbling, and it kind of pulls together in a sphere in front of his hands. He goes like that forwards, almost like a Kamehameha style move, shooting it forwards. Crow manages to just slightly jump slightly off to the side here, and manage to dodge it. And Lazarus, you make your way down more onto kind of like steady ground, and you notice that the pillar just here gets absolutely scorched. It does take away a slight carving of it, a sort of circular carve taken out like an ice cream scoop, and you can see that there's just singed stone left there, and some of the moss begins to kind of like ember and crackle where that water went. So that was successful. So congratulations, and it's back to you guys.
Let's go, bird.
And Agatha's gonna move to like here.
Yeah.
So she has a clear line, and she's gonna fire her staff at the big wizard.
Perfect. Give me an
Yes.
action roll.
Attack roll is 23 with hope.
That is very good. 23 with hope means you get to give yourself a hope, and that is absolutely going to connect. Feel free to roll damage.
I did 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. And describe the strike to me.
It's sort of the same with like the staff with like the nature things. It'll sort of like almost like a ball of nature energy with like leaves, and it sort of crackles as it sort of launches off as she like tilts the staff down to hold under her arm, and it fires. I always imagine every time
like
she
it.
uses the staff, she gets a little bit of recoil, like stumbles back up.
Yeah, and because that blast is so powerful, it recoils you, and he hears the crackling and feels almost the aura and the essence of what you're about to do, and turns and goes, "Ah!" and puts up the arm that has the gauntlet on, and it hits the gauntlet and moves him back just ever so slightly. He slides just like a block or two back, like, you know, sort of like 4 or 5 meters, and sort of stares you down. So we all know how to wield the earths. Very well.
I've been wielding it from before you were born, dearie.
Oh, so she
Go,
really is
Grandma.
old.
Yeah, she's old.
Damn.
So now it's one of your turns, right? Because it's not his.
Play
We
still,
got a
you
hope.
guys.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are good.
Oh,
Feel
I need
free.
to redeem myself. Do I need to roll to move closer to right now, or can I do something from here to the
You can
to
move
the first water?
anywhere within that green zone for free.
Okay, so
And
like
you
up
can
to
then
here.
still also do an attack as well afterwards. And then you
Okay.
can attack anything that's within your attack range. So you've
Okay,
got you've got a melee weapon. So you would probably need to move. I guess you'd have to move either to this one or this one. Either
Okay.
or.
Can I also just quickly ask for DAGGERHEART, how does it work in the sense of like, can you move, attack, and then move
see
again,
here.
or is attacking what ends your turn?
I would assume. I
Because
don't know
you
for
can do
100%
both.
certain.
Like D&D, you can use half your movement, attack, and then half to go away again. But I
Let
didn't
me
know what the
triple
rules
check.
were.
I'm pretty certain because they're so loosey-goosey with the movement being basically free unless you're going far.
Yeah.
I think it is a case of you move and then an attack does end your turn.
It's kind of what I thought, yeah, because there's no like movement like limits kind of thing. Like,
have a look. Make an action roll. You can move to a location in close range. The location must be somewhere near your character could plausibly reach. If you want to move beyond that, far or very far, then you've got to do a roll for it. Yeah, it does seem as though attacking ends the turn, from what I can gather.
okay,
So yeah,
that is totally fine.
sweet. But yeah, Sausage will let you move to either of these. I think it was slightly out of range, but I'm not bothered.
Okay.
You can go for it.
All right, so I'll go. I guess we haven't touched this guy. Let me go a little more that one. So I'll get this second one, number 2.
Yeah, we'll get you in melee range. There you go.
Okay. The first now a quick question because I used the Midnight Spirit one. Does that count as my first strike, or because it wasn't me striking, it was the spirit?
I think
can I still use the first strike?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, first strike only enacts when you actually land the strike anyway, right? Like,
it says the first time in a scene you you succeed on an attack roll.
yeah.
So
So
you
double the damage.
that is banked every time. So as soon as you land
good.
a successful strike, that will pop.
Okay, so I'm gonna check that. So this time I'm gonna go with instead of using the regular dagger, I'm just you know what? I feel bad that I didn't do anything with my my lovely little ghost friend. I'm gonna just rain of blades on this guy. I'm just gonna jump up and
Ooh.
do my little move. I'll do like a little backflip, jump backwards kind of thing. And I'm gonna shoot every blade I got from my arsenal item.
I mean, to be honest, if you stayed where you were originally, like the actual real distance that you traveled, all 3 of those enemies land in very close range, and Rain of Blades is a very close range
So you
thing
can do
to
all
all
of them.
targets.
Yeah.
So you can
I
hit
can do
all
all of
3 of them.
Okay, yeah,
You
let's go
basically
for it.
it's like a wave of like a cloud of daggers,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like,
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
me. I'm thinking of me just spinning in a little circle, little pirouette in the sky, and just like letting them all loose.
Nice. I like that.
Like a tornado of blades. All right, and I spend 1 hope for it. So
Spend 1 hope in order
take
to
it
do that, yeah. And then
Alright.
I think on the actual ability itself, you just click on the +1 spellcast roll.
+1 spellcast. Okay.
And that should do all the math for you.
All right, here we go. And roll. Damn it! Oh, come on! Never do it! I hate this. It's the floor is wet. It's a 10 with fear.
A 10 with fear. Unfortunately, that does not land. So you come in and you do kind of like I don't even know what movie it's from. You know, the sock slide. You come on in and you go to do the spin and the pirouette. But like, I don't know if you have too much of a cloak on, but everything gets kind of muddled in there. And you try to launch out a couple of stray shots. One actually just whizzes just past Crow and you nearly catch them with one of the blades that you project out. Not quite enough to land there. And I guess it will now be our turn to go. So I'm gonna go for I'm gonna have it be, you know what, they're gonna like the wizard's just gonna go steady footing. I think not. Why don't we sit down? And he's basically gonna go for an attack roll on you, Lazarus. And he's going to do grapple and drown. So if he succeeds on this, he's going to be able to basically conjure something that is going to basically force you down into this pool of water over here. Essentially going to hit your head and just force it down there. But we'll see whether it lands first.
Okay.
That's only a 2.
Yes!
So you see that from this creature over here, from this creature over here, the beginnings of an arm begin to form out from it. Because at the moment, both of them are relatively shapeless. They're just kind of like generic tall blobs of water. And what looks like an arm begins to sprout from it. And it just sort of like drops down, like the water kind of disconnects from the rest of the body and falls into the pool and doesn't manage to do anything. And plays back with you guys. Who would like to go next?
I must attack.
Go for it.
I want to destroy. I want to kill.
Let's go, bird! Avenge us!
I'm so angry. Okay, I need to wait. I have a dagger, so I need to get really close. I mean, I'm close to the water guy.
Yeah,
I can
you
attack
can do
the
that.
water guy. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the water elemental.
Nice, go for it. Give me an action roll for this.
Okay. I got an 8 with hope. Oh gosh.
An 8 with hope. What are you guys rolling?
What is
Jeez.
happening?
Hey, we were doing
today.
really good at the beginning. Okay?
Realistically, from our
so good
side,
at
it's
this.
also bad. But man, you guys suck. I'm joking.
Yeah, we're
Um,
doing pretty bad.
So you go. So that was a strike with your dagger, I'm assuming, yeah.
Yes, the dagger.
So yeah, you go for a strike with the dagger, and basically, as you go to do that strike, this happened in kind of unison with what was going on with Lazarus. So as the arm began extending towards Lazarus, it was an unintentional dodge on the water elemental's part towards Lazarus, and the strike that you went to do, the sort of sideways horizontal slash, just slightly misses on the edge there. But it did hear the motion of it, and you see like a ripple form in its body, kind of like when you're underwater, you know, when you sort of scoop the water and you kind of feel the sort of the echo of what you did when you swipe through, and it's going to just turn and try to have a strike at you. So it's going to roll an 11, and that says attack +2, so I'm assuming that's I +2 to the roll, so that's a 13 to hit. Does that hit you or no? What's your evasion?
12.
12. Okay. So this is going to connect. I get to roll 2d4 for this. This is just a generic ability called Crashing Wave. So that is a 2 and a 4. Decent on that one. So that's going to be 6 points of magic damage on you.
I'm going to mark an armor slot again.
Okay. Nice. Have you only got one of those left now?
Yeah, I only have one left.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm also going to spend a fear to have our mage go for something as well. This time, instead of performing some magic, I think he is just going to go straight up for a melee attack on Lazarus, seeing as he's close enough.
Come get some.
I like to play with blades, do we? And you see from the gauntlet, he just manages to summon like a water blade, kind of like almost like a is it a covenant from Halo, just like a covenant blade coming out.
Cool.
And he's going to attempt to just have a strike on you. So this is an attack, and it has a +5 on it, which is crazy. He rolls a 14, so that's 19 to hit, which it definitely does.
Oh yeah, I'm a 12.
The damage here is insane. I need my D10. 10. Where is it? Which one's the 10? Oh god, what does a D10 look like? That looks like a D10.
It's okay. Use a 6. Use a 6. It's fine.
Well, unfortunately for you, this is This is 2 D10s +4.
Am I
This
gonna die?
could be bad.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
That is a 6
Okay.
and a 6. You don't get. No, wait, hold on. No, is the dot at the top or the bottom? The bottom, right?
I don't know.
On dice is the. Oh wait.
When you have a
On
dot,
dice is the dot. Is the dot top or bottom?
I think it's bottom.
Is it the bottom? Okay. Oh, in that case, then that was a 6 and a 9 +4.
What the hell is happening?
That's going to
We're getting
do
wrecked.
21 points
It's severe. Oh my god.
of damage, which would make you mark 3 of your 6 available hit points.
Can I use 2 armor slots and then 1 HP?
You can only use 1 armor slot at a time.
1 slot.
Unless you
Okay,
have
so-
an ability that allows you to do more.
I don't think. No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay. So 1 armor slot and then 2 HP then.
And then 2 HP, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I can take the hit. I can take it.
So that is a brutal strike. He just sort of goes, like to play with blades, do we? And from the gauntlet, from the left hand, just does a downward slash strike, just kind of in a diagonal, and just goes straight across your chest, across your torso. And that is the damage done there, and I will pass play back to you guys.
Someone help me! This guy
Can
hurts.
I use Vicious Entangle on him?
Nice. Let's go for it.
Because I can do it within far range, which he is. So I'm going to use Vicious Entangle, which I got 17 with Fear.
That does connect. Fantastic.
Okay, I do 9 damage, which was max.
9 damage.
9 damage is the max I could do with that. But he is now restrained as vines sort of come up and wrap around him.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Grandma.
So it seems to be that there's a lot of moss blocks on the ground around this area, and just you just kind of concentrate and focus forwards, and you see from each of these kind of moss deposits here, they creep and crawl over the copper blocks, and they come up and they grab a hold of him. Using that, does he get some form of like disadvantage or any problems from that?
Restraining says you can't move until the condition is cleared, but you can still take action. So basically, like wraps around his lower half and sort of keeps him in place until he like takes an action to break it.
Got you, yeah. And you can also deal 1d8 as well with that as well. You said you did that. You said you did 9, didn't you?
Yep, 9.
So then that does 1 HP of damage to him. Nice. Let me just triple check that. Can't move until the condition is cleared. Take an action from your current position. Okay, cool. So he's stationary for now. Oh, it does say additionally on a success, you can spend a hope to temporarily restrain another adversary within very close range of the target if you wanted to. I don't know how effective that would be on water.
It's that mixed with I only have 1 hope right now, so I'm not really wanting to use it right
Gotcha,
now.
fair.
So.
I was just putting it out there just in case.
No, I clocked that because at first I was like, shit, do I need a hope to do the spell? And I was like, no, I don't. It's just to like do an extra thing, so I'm okay.
Just to go for it. And it's like, and quite specifically, not only has it held his body in place, but it's also held the gauntlet down to the side as well. So I'm going to say any attacks that he tries to do, any physical attacks that he tries to do, or conjuring magic from this blade, they're going to be with disadvantage, absolutely, until he's freed himself. Play remains with you guys. Who wants to go next?
Rin is going to retire the bow and climb down if possible. Do I spend a turn climbing down or no?
Let me check. I think changing weapon does cost a little something in Daggerheart. So let me just quadruple check that. Okay. Switching weapons rule. I know there's something to it. When they're in a dangerous situation, you can mark a stress to equip an inventory weapon. So yeah, so just do that basically.
Sure.
So you can swap those out for a stress. Outside of combat, you don't need to spend the stress, but inside of combat, you do.
Perfect. And I can make a nice little leap off of that pillar?
Yeah, I reckon so. And I wouldn't even make you do a roll for that. You can just move to anywhere within your range that you feel you'd like to head to. Amazing.
So just going to do a nice clean hop off of that pillar, lock eyes on the water elemental right in front of her. Nice. And for these water elementals, what do they look like again?
So at the moment, they don't have any kind of major physical form. They are just kind of large blobs. They're slightly, and to be honest, they don't look miles away from that picture. They sort of have a peaked and pointed top, but they are just kind of slightly wider than humanoid mass. Imagine a dwarf, but stretched upwards. They're beginning to slowly mold and shape into a humanoid form, but they haven't quite taken hold just yet.
Okay, perfect. So Rin has no idea what she's looking at, so she just pulls out the dagger and just starts blindly stabbing at it.
Nice. Go for it. Give me an attack roll.
Is that the one with finesse or the 2d8 plus 1?
It's the one with finesse, yeah.
Finesse, perfect.
So the action roll is always the left one, and then if you're successful, then you do the damage roll after that.
I got a 14 with fear.
A 14 with fear. That is just shy of being to connect. I want to give you an insight on like what the difficulty is. So I will gain a fear, I suppose. Boom. And you go for a strike here because you're not entirely sure what to strike. It's kind of, there's not as much conviction in the blows because you can't see any kind of core or nucleus. And you kind of remember from last time that when you fought before, you can just kind of swipe indiscriminately. You know that the wizard over here is the source of all of this. But yeah, slashing and striking and not much happens. It does force it to move away though. And it moves into a slightly more shallow puddle, just slightly off to the side there. Nothing too crazy.
Does that mean I can also use hold them off?
What's hold them off again? Remind me.
It was spend 3 hope when you succeed on an attack with a weapon to use the same roll against 2 additional adversaries within range of the attack.
You can, as long as the attack's successful. But yeah, if you landed that strike, you would be able to do it. But that was a fail, wasn't it?
It was a fail. Oh yeah. Sorry, it was a fail.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess play passes back to me. I mean, they've got Lazarus sandwiched here. So I think Lazarus. Actually, I'll tell you what. Maybe we're just going to keep them there, and we'll just have them be reactive to Rin. Seeing as Rin has come down to ground level, I think it's just going to have a go at attacking Rin. Is it going to do anything crazy whilst it does this? All targets. That's a bit mental. I won't do that. Okay, we'll go for... it's going to go for just a standard attack to begin with. That is a 14 to try and hit Rin.
So is that
That's your
Ma-
evasion. So it should be your top
Evasion?
left corner.
That's 13 for me.
13. Okay, so that will
Oh.
connect, and then I will
Oh.
roll for damage, which is 2d4, which is going to be this one, which is a what's that? A 1 and a 3. So it does 4 points of magical damage to you, and it's also going to be high tide as well. So it's going to mark a stress in order to knock you back to close range. So from where you are now, it sort of pushes you back out this way to get some distance from you.
Okay.
And I'm assuming damage-wise, was it 4 damage I said? Or 5?
I think it was 4.
4, yeah. So 4 for you would be in your minor damage threshold. Not too
And
bad.
that's it. Oh, dang.
that's
So
it.
mark a slot for like armor?
No. You just mark 1 HP if you want to. Or if you want to
perfect.
negate the damage entirely, then you can mark an armor slot.
Yeah, I'll just do the HP. Cool.
Sweet. And then I think I will spend a fear to maybe activate the mage again. And I think he's going to try to... Actually, no. I'm gonna pass play back to you guys. You guys can go.
Oh, I want to go for revenge on this
Crow,
stupid wizard.
when did
Yeah, when was Crow's
go?
last go?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think it might
you
be
mean
the first
the
one.
time when I almost
yeah.
died?
I think you're up, Crow. It's your go.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely
yeah,
up.
yeah. It's true.
I'm angry. Stupid water elemental. How dare it strike me? I mean, it didn't do any damage because my armor is so good. But next
do have nice
time,
armor.
I might not be so lucky. So I need to strike first and kill it. Death! Ah!
And which one are you going for? Are you going for this water elemental here, or the wizard, or because you can
I mean-
basically get to and hit anybody in this situation, whatever you'd
Okay,
like
maybe I
to
should
do.
go
Or
for the wizard.
okay,
Because I hate the wizard. He's mean.
where would you like to move to? Like sort of like
He
here.
hurt my Lazarus. Ah.
Avenge me!
Yeah.
I'm hurting.
I will avenge you.
Thank
I
you.
hope. Yeah, I'm going over there. Okay.
Better.
I'm taking out my dagger. I'm looking that wizard in the eye. I mean, like, you stupid little water man person. I will kill you so badly. You're gonna die. And then I'm gonna bring you back to life. And then I'm gonna kill you again. Ah!
I'm going to say that because I'm pretty sure that's the thing anyway. I think attacks on restrained in Daggerheart, I'm pretty sure you get to attack with advantage here. Just double checking. Yeah, you do. So you get to roll with advantage. So on your character sheet, when you click on the +2 on your dagger, you can then click the green plus advantage, and then you get to roll that.
Okay. 21 with hope.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely lands. Yeah, go for it. So that
Yes.
is to
Finally, we're
give
doing
yourself
it.
a hope, although I'm pretty sure you've already got 6 hope at the minute. You are.
Yeah, mine
capped
is full.
out. Is there anything you can like spend that hope on to like
Oh my gosh,
do
wait,
something
wait.
cool?
Wait, I have the whirlwind ability. When you make a successful attack against a target within very close range, you can spend a hope to use the attack against all other targets within very close range. Wait, and the water
Yeah.
guys
you-
are in very close range. at least
I'm
one.
gonna squid you this way. I mean, you were where were you?
You were
originally?
literally
you were like there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do this from anywhere that you want. We can put you like here, so you can hit all 3 of them for sure.
Yes.
Do it.
Nice.
Yes.
So if you spend a hope, then
Yes.
you can use it against all of them, and that was absolutely a successful attack. So I suppose now you just need to roll the damage. So Crow's damage with a dagger is 2d8 plus 2d4 plus 3. This could be major.
I'm scared.
Let's go, bird.
I'm scared.
Got this.
Okay. So I brace myself. I get really angry. I'm looking at all of these guys. Revenge. Okay, wait, what do I click on?
So on your character sheet, on dagger, you click on see where it says on your dagger, it
Oh, the
says
physical.
2d plus 8. Yeah,
I'm
that
so stupid.
is
Okay.
massive damage.
I clicked on
Holy.
something else right now. Okay, wait. Okay. 14.
14. Okay, so that's going to be 14 damage to each of them. That is passing in to the major threshold for the wizard.
Yes.
And for the water elementals, that is also passing in to the major threshold as well. So Crow sweeps in, manages to sort of like dash past one of the water elementals, and initially goes for the strike and manages to strike the wizard, but realizes on the momentum passing through, there is little to no resistance because they're restrained, and just turns it into a really cool whirlwind pirouette and just begins like slashing and striking outwards, and kind of just does like a spinning motion, just going around here, does a full rotation, a full 360, dealing huge blows and cuts to the wizard, and also fracturing the waters of the water elementals right there as well. And play remains with you guys. Who would like to go next?
Oh, I got this. I can feel it. I can feel it now.
Maybe you can hit something.
Maybe I can do it now. I got inspired.
I mean,
Maybe
Scott, you've not
yours.
gone in ages, so you need to
Yeah.
jump into. I don't
I
need to
can
be
go
left out.
I can go
I'm
after
gonna-
sausage.
I'm literally gonna do nothing special this time. No rain of blaze, no spirits. I'm just gonna get my blade. I'm gonna do it very simple, just like the crow did, and I'm gonna go ahead and just stab this wizard in the face. That's it. Simple.
Yes.
Nice. Go
Stab
for
in the
it.
face. But before I do, I want to mark him for death.
Nice. So mark for death is on a successful weapon attack. You can mark a stress to make the target marked for death. So let's roll. We'll see if you land it first. Then
Okay.
we'll jump into that goodness.
All right. So do I just click on the dagger that I'm gonna use, or do I click on something else before that?
No,
Because of
just
the mark
the
for death.
regular dagger. So you just click on the +2 finesse on your dagger.
Okay. Here we go. Dagger time. Roll. 23 with fear.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, we're so
Finally!
back.
Lazarus has just been utterly inspired by seeing the cool motions of Crow, and the recognition from one another that they do actually want to protect each other is probably quite a novel idea. Assassins don't typically want to protect one another, particularly if they're not from the same guild. But there's been this kinship that's been growing over the last couple of days, and you just reach out towards the wizard and just go for an almighty strike. Please roll your damage. Sausage gets the roll. 2d8 +3, so this could be big damage.
Ooh, let's go. Wait, and where do I click for it?
So literally click on the 2d8 +3. That's on your main dagger.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, here we go. Oh,
Yeah.
Take this, you stupid wizard! 7.
7 points of damage. Okay. That sits in the minor threshold, but you managed to get the strike on him. What you managed to do is you managed to swipe across and strike, but you see that you're actually now starting to take away some of the cloak, and on the right arm you just see that his actual forearm is massive, like really a lot wider than a typical human, and it almost looks disproportionate to any other kind of creature that you've encountered before. So you can tell that there's some kind of magics going on here that is kind of distorting what you think or can see this person as being. And play remains with you guys. I think Agatha is up.
Do we know what the wizard's hit roll was? Like, do we know that information? Have you told us that out of game?
What, as in the difficulty?
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty much said it. It's a 15.
Okay.
So that's what you're trying to go for. Oh, sorry. Yeah, marks for death. We need to do Lazarus as mark for death as well.
So was
We
the
didn't
7
do that.
plus something else?
So mark for death was mark a stress to target, to make the target marked for death. Attacks you make against the target that's marked for death gain a bonus damage equal to 1d4 per tier. So I believe we're actually now technically in tier 2 because you're level 2.
So whatever we roll, we then add 2d4s to
I think
damage-wise.
that might only. I think that
Or
might
is it
only
just
be
sausage?
for. It might just be for sausage. You can only
Yeah.
have one adversary marked at a time. Can't transfer or remove the condition except by defeating the target. The GM can spend a number of fear equal to proficiency to remove the mark. I'm not going to do that. Otherwise, it automatically ends when you take a rest. Yeah. So all of sausage's future attacks will have an extra D4 of damage added onto them. So let's not forget that.
Okay.
And make sure you mark a stress if you haven't already to use that.
Oh yeah.
Agatha, you're up.
I am going to come closer. What?
Ooh, let's go.
To like here, and then Agatha's gonna like put her staff into the ground and like hold it and begin chanting, and like sort of a fog will begin to swarm around her as you sort of hear a buzzing noise as tons of fireflies start swarming into the room and like sort of creating a thing around her. And I'm going to conjure swarm. This is my spell.
Oh my god. Okay,
Get 'em.
yeah, bring it.
Uh-huh.
So I've make a spell casting roll against all adversaries within close range, which he would be at all. Can I move it like a tiny step forward so I like all?
Yeah,
three
yeah,
would
go
be?
for it. I mean, basically, as long as that line even slightly intersects with them,
Yeah.
even if it was like from like, even if it was that, I'd give you it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean that's probably where she
I'm
was
super
then.
generous with that. I
Okay,
want
yeah.
you guys to like do cool stuff.
So I'm gonna do that, and I got a 15 with hope.
15 with hope, nice.
Okay,
We like that.
and then I
so
can
you can
spend
give yourself a
one.
hope there for sure.
Well, I spend one hope, so I'll just use it to do 2d8 plus 3 magic damage.
Go on, give me the roll. And is that on everybody in this circle?
Adversaries. So the two water elementals and him, not my friends.
Sick, yeah. Hit me with it.
It does 12 damage.
12 damage. That creeps up into the major threshold for the wizard. Equally does the same for the water elementals as well. So each of them are marking 2 HP of damage here. So the fireflies come in. And then, sorry, you
I was just going to say, yeah, I just imagine it would just be like a whole swarm where they're like kind of flying, biting people, like getting in the way kind of thing. Like,
I like the idea as well that like some of them flurry off into these water elementals and they're just poking so many holes in it, kind of makes it look like a cheese grater.
Yeah.
And it shrinks in scale, trying to keep a hold of the form that it has and to kind of hold itself in place. And I'm going to spend a fear to jump in here because I think the wizard is not going to be happy with this chain of events. And he's going to spend his turn to clear the sort of the restrictions that are on him. And he's going to see you as being a problem. He's going to spend another fear in order to are you in close range? Yeah, you are. He's going to try and grab Agatha and attempt to grapple and drown her in the water over there. So I'm going to do that. That is a 14 to hit.
I have 11 evasion, so that hits.
Okay. So it says, mark an attack roll. Make an attack roll against the target within close range. On a success, mark a stress to grab them with whatever kind of corporeal form it's going to use. It's probably going to utilize this thing here, actually. And it's going to grab you, and it's going to... It's basically going to start drowning you. So this is going to just kind of bring you over, and literally it's just used what little it has left of its body, and it's forced your head underneath the water, and it's attempting to drown you.
So that's still technically the wizard's attack, right?
Yes, yeah.
Can I hex him?
You can, yeah.
It says when a creature or your creature causes you or an ally within close range to mark it. Well, I suppose I've not marked a number of hit points yet, but I'm assuming that's what the drowning will do.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Let me check. I think it actually only does like a... It just basically puts you into a restrained... Oh, you're restrained and vulnerable. A target must mark a stress when they make an action roll. So at the moment, it's not causing you
Okay, so
any
right
HP.
now I won't do anything then.
Yeah, no, but it's that's currently what's going on. So it's holding you down. You're restrained and
Guys,
vulnerable.
Grandma's getting waterboarded.
No,
No, Grandma!
That's my job. It's me.
Grandma!
I'm the
No!
one who gets waterboarded, not Grandma. Stop it.
So you can break free with a successful strength roll, or when the wizard takes major or greater damage. So those are the two sort of like release conditions. But yeah, basically he turns around and goes, "I will not be bested by me alive. Here go!" And reaches over, and the water elemental swoops over. It takes on the form and just kind of dunks down and holds your head underneath the water. And play passes back to you guys.
Rin sees this happening from afar, gets up, brushes herself off, and says, "Nobody lays a finger on Grandma. Only I make fun of Grandma." And it's the water. It's the water elemental that's currently restraining Agatha, right?
Yeah, I would say an attack on it can be done with an advantage because it is focused on Agatha right now. It wouldn't even be trying to perceive anything coming in, so you can get advantage on that for sure.
All right, she's gonna lock in on that one. And can I move forward without it costing anything?
Yeah. Your range.
Perfect.
You can basically move anywhere within this green radius in close range for free.
All right, and she's just gonna take an intentional big hit with the dagger on the water element, hoping
Nice.
to surprise it.
Go for it. Just your
Please,
+1
please
roll.
give me a good roll. It's 14 with hope.
Hmm.
That is just shy. I can tell you now, both the mage and the... Oh, no, wait. Was that 14? Did you have advantage on that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, no.
With
Okay,
advantage.
so that is just underneath. Basically, they both have a difficulty of 15, so you have
I'm
just
so useless today.
just shy of that.
No!
So on your way over, you can see right here, we've just got a bunch of like rickety steps and mossy half blocks and stuff like that. And the traversing getting over there just isn't quite as comfortable as it is. And you go for an initial slash on your way in and you kind of miss the strike. And to try and make it not look like to Crow and Lazarus that you missed the strike there, you just turn and begin to try and attempt to help Grandma and just sort of pull at the back of her like sort of like robes in order to pull her out of the water, but the grip at the front is like a vice and not moving anywhere. And then I think it's back to the wizard. The wizard has two of you in very close range here. Let me just triple check. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So while I have 7 or fewer marked HP, the standard attack can hit 2 targets within range. Okay, let's go for that then. So he's going to roll for another strike. That is an 11, and then plus the 5. That's going to be 16 to hit. Does that land on Lazarus and Crow?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It does? Okay.
We're both 12s.
It is that horrible D10 coming back into play again.
Don't you dare!
No.
It's horrific. Where's that D10 gone? Have I lost it?
Get that Halo Saber out of here.
Where is it? Oh, got it. There's that one there. So D10 number 1 is a 5.
Okay.
Second is a 1.
Yes!
Plus 4. So that is only going to be 10 points of physical damage. So he's obviously broken out of his restraint. You can see Agatha drown and goes, not all elementals are as kind as others. And then sort of turns his gaze to you. Now you, another light wielder. As he's sort of referencing your apparition from earlier on, and goes, and you, not even looking at Crow, but just kind of glancing over the shoulder, let's see how we can spin this one. And basically goes for a giant sort of like two-handed swing with the gauntlet, just trying to basically do a whirlwind motion, kind of mocking and mimicking you in the same fashion, and swings around and basically, not with his gauntlet hand, but with his other hand, just does a loose strike onto the two of you. And yeah, marks you for 10 HP damage each.
I'm gonna have to do, because I'm 8 minor, so that's 2 HP for me.
Oof.
So I guess I'll do
same.
an armor and an HP, I guess, again.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 2 HP.
Okay, fair enough.
That
So after that
means-
armor
wait,
slot
he
and
can-
HP.
Agatha can hex now because he's done damage to them.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. Is Hex okay to do if
Excellent.
you're
It just
vulnerable
says,
or restrained?
It just says, yeah, if I'm restrained, you can still do things. You just can't move. I don't know what.
Yeah, I like it.
vulnerable
I like the
is,
idea that your head is submerged, but your hand is still out, and
Yeah.
you're still able to just kind of do a little twist, like a little flick with your staff. Like you can sense what's going on. And I think especially where Rin is currently trying to like prize you out, there's an awareness of what's going on. You've been pulled up high enough to see a very distorted, blurred version of events that are happening just outside of the water wall.
I'm
You see the
imagining she
strike
has a
they've
lot
taken.
of like presence when she's like in that kind of phase.
Yeah.
So like also like because he's a big magic user, she can kind of like sense that.
Yeah, 100%.
But either way, I will mark a stress and hex him. So
Nice.
it's basically action and damage rolls against his creatures gain a bonus equal to my tier, so +2. This condition lasts until the GM spends a number of fear equal to my own spellcasting trait to remove it.
Okay, gotcha. Action damage rolls gain a bonus equal to your tier. Let me just triple check. Tier's Daggerheart. I'm pretty sure we're all tier 2 now, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's...
Tier means level, then yeah.
Level 2? Yeah.
No, see, tiers are different from levels, but they're
no.
in brackets. So it's level 1 is tier 1, but I'm pretty certain tier 2 is for...
Oh, like 2 to 2 and
Oh,
3.
no. Apparently tier 2 is for levels 3 to 5.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're still
This?
tier 1.
Check. Where's the tier in that page? Oh, no. According to this document, it's saying levels 2 to 4 is tier 2. Oh, yeah, no, you're tier 2. So I'd have to spend 2 fear
Yep,
to become
to get rid of it.
unhexed.
Yep.
So there we go. So you've managed to hex me. That was just like a reactive passive thing. I did succeed on that attack. So I think what I might do is I'm going to spend a fear And because he's made physical contact with you with bare skin, he goes, connected. Not rare, very rare for assassins. And basically with his like non-gauntleted hand, pushes a hand out towards the water elemental just up here. And it transforms its shape into a presence that both Crow and Lazarus are very familiar with. It turns itself into Rodney, the assassin from La Sombra Negra that Sausage used to know and was once allied with, and one of the members of the guild that Crow has previously killed. So it takes on that form and prepares to strike. It's going to basically, I'm going to spend a fear to then basically launch towards Crow, as though this is being done in retaliation for prior, murderings, if you will. So I'm going to quickly roll this bad boy. That is a 6 plus 2. That's only an 8 to try and strike. Which, given that it's only just taken on this form, one, getting out of the water over here lessens its scale a little bit because it doesn't have an additional pull, but also it's still it's almost like creaking and moving the body as though it's like cracking bones and limbs and muscles into place, even though it's made entirely of liquid. But as it goes to do the strike on Crow, it kind of passes through the other side and completely misses its lunge with a small lance. And play returns to you guys.
So if I break out of this, that's my turn, right? That's my action to try and break out of it?
Yeah, so you would need to do a successful strength roll. So that would be difficulty of 16 because it was the mage who did it to you.
Okay.
16? 15, sorry, 15.
And if I do that, that's then my turn, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure to clear a condition, yeah.
Okay, and how long can I stay in it before the drowning takes effect? Like, what's the...
Let me check, let's see. To be fair, actually, this does say that while restrained and vulnerable in this way, a target must mark a stress when they make an action roll. So you can still do stuff, but it's just you are incredibly hindered. So if you were able, with Rin's help, to kind of get to your feet, you could probably still shoot off a spell or something with your staff. It's just this thing is kind of engulfing your upper half and making it difficult to see as well as do anything else. You don't have any disadvantage from what I can see from this.
Okay, but so it's not
but
going
you do
to
mark
start...
a stress.
Is it going to start drowning me is my concern?
The sheet doesn't say it, so I'm not going to action that. I think this fight's already tough enough.
In that case, then I am going to try... I'm going to use a spell that I've not used yet.
Ooh, is this the secret one?
Yeah,
I feel like
this is
there
my
was a secret one that you had in the bag.
So
Okay.
this is my secret. So it's called Siphon Essence. So I basically make a spellcasting roll against target within very close, which he is. Once per long rest. And if... So let me see if it hits. Or if it works.
Okay.
So that is 24 with hope.
Absolutely nails it. Yeah, give yourself a hope and explain the rest of it.
Okay, so now the target takes a d20 of magic damage using my proficiency.
Okay.
And I've not actually taken damage, so I don't get to do this, but I normally would then get to heal from it as well.
Nice. Okay.
So let me roll the dice. I've done 16 damage.
16 damage.
Nice.
Yes.
I was going to say, you watch as like Agatha sort of like, not from her staff, but from her hand, like a sort of like green beam like goes out, and like you sort of see it like pulling it from him, like, and sort of like ripping part of his soul out.
Oh my god. So that happens, and there's an inhale as though he's trying to like breathe the sort of like soul back in, or at least a fragment of the soul that's being taken. And in doing so, that concentration drops, and the drowning that's occurring over here relieves itself as well.
Oh yeah,
so,
because I'm not restrained,
he took
because
major
he took
damage.
major damage. I forgot that would happen.
So that is a brilliant use of soul essence.
So I didn't get my health back, but I did enough to knock him out of that.
But you're like freed up, and he is.
Nice.
Do you say I add a stress because I did that while vulnerable?
Yes, yeah. You mark 1 stress to do an action while you're in that position.
It's one of
But
the
you are now
advantages of being
freed
a
of that.
human is we have an extra slot for stress, so I can take that.
He sort of looks around and goes,
Like that one, Kitty?
"Who are you?"
Your worst nightmare. Also, I forgot it would actually do an extra 1 damage, but that won't make a difference just because the hex.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that wouldn't have pushed it up to
No.
severe damage for context, but it's still a lot. Did the mayor send you?
Fate sent. Mother Nature sent me.
Tell him, abuela.
Let's
Oh,
go,
Grandma.
Grandma.
She can be a real bitch. And he is desperate at this point, so I'm going to spend a fear to have him try to action in return. And he is solely zeroed in on you, Agatha. Wants to retaliate for that soul essence being taken. And seeing as you're in a lovely lineup right now with Rin, he's basically going to try and draw on that power again. So he's going to mark a spend a fear. Oh, sorry, spend a fear to also do that. So I've interrupted and I spend a fear in order to attempt to do boiling blast.
We need to do agility, right?
That is a agility reaction roll. Yes, please.
How do
Me
you
as
make
well?
A reaction
Yeah,
roll?
for Rin and for Agatha right now.
How do you make
I
a
got a-
reaction roll? Or is it
It's
just...
literally just doing an agility roll. Yeah.
Okay.
His
I'm at-
difficulty is 15, so basically you've got to hope you meet or beat it.
I didn't.
20 with.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. And how about Rin?
Oh, yeah, I did 20 with hope.
20 with hope. Okay, fantastic. So you don't gain a hope from that just because it's a reaction roll.
Yep.
Which way would you like to dodge when you're moving out the way? This you want to go up or down?
Is it possible for Rin to be so impressed with what Agatha did that she like dodges in front to like deflect a little bit?
You're going to try and get down, Mr. President, mate?
I'm sure, yeah, exactly. I'm trying to have like a character redemption moment, yeah.
I mean, this is going to hit Agatha, so I guess narratively we need to figure out how that works. Because at the moment it sounds like you're almost... Because Agatha will have to take this hit, so if you're engaging with Agatha, you're almost kind of pushing her into the line of the shot.
I was going to say, I feel like it's
How do you imagine
either...
that working?
in my head, it's like, visually, it would be either she's getting hit as Rin kind of tries... So, like, it would then split the damage between us, but that's obviously...
Yeah, that's
That's
kinda
I
what
don't
I was
think the
picturing.
mechanics allow that or not. It's
Yeah.
up to
okay, you know what? Yeah, the thought was there. I'm just gonna roll and dodge out of the way, but try to like go this way, I think. To get a little bit
Okay.
of a clear sight of everybody else.
Nice.
Yep.
A little dash downwards.
Yeah, a little
so
dash.
It bubbles, and he goes, "She can be a real bitch." And then bubbles up. You see this time he's basically just like summoning water just from like the small pool up here and a little bit from here. It kind of siphons in, does the blast forwards, and just manages to hit Agatha in the arm that currently that usually holds the staff, and just kind of goes over the shoulder, and you just see like the material and the fibers just kind of like scorched and kind of going up. Not done as much damage to the actual sort of like skin and bone there, but has done enough to cause like some damage and some fear. And that's going to be 1d10 of 1d10 plus 4, should I say, of damage here. So let me grab the d10. There it is. Is that the d10? No, that's a 12. God, some of these at a glance, I just can't tell what they are, man.
Yeah.
That's got a 12 on it, so it's not that. Where has it gone? I've literally used it this fight. Where
Run
is it?
away.
God. Under the
Even the
table.
dice don't want to hurt
Oh.
Agatha.
I know,
Yeah.
that's 20. Is that 10? Yes, that's 10. Oh, geez. All right, cool. 1d10 is... that's going to be 5 plus 4. That's going to be 9 points of magic damage.
I will do 1 HP and 1 armor slot. Oh, no,
So
wait.
this does say...
Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I was just going to say, it does say that if a target marks an armor slot to reduce the damage, they must also mark a stress to do so.
Okay, in which case I'm going to take my talisman. Will reduce the number I take by 1.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'll take the 1 HP.
Nice. That works.
As it sort
I
of
have-
singes, she's going to be like, Good thing I like my bath scalding, dear.
Starting to get angry now.
And play is back with you guys. I don't know whether Crow or Lazarus wants to go for the wizard or go for Rodney or water elemental number 6 over here, but the play is with you guys.
I feel like if we kill him,
Get a
they
bird.
go.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You want to
Up to
go,
you.
Birdie,
Maybe.
or do you want me to
Jump in.
take it?
I can do it. I
Do
can
it.
do it. Let's kill that wizard.
Let's go.
He stings badly. Okay. I mean, I'm already close, so I just have to use my dagger again. And
Yeah.
hopefully hit.
So give me an attack roll. It's your the little +2 on the dagger itself.
Yes. Wait, can I also do the marked for death?
You can as well, yeah. So if this attack lands successfully, then you can do that for sure.
Okay. Let's see. Please.
Difficulty is
please.
15.
Dang it! I have a 12 with hope.
Oh.
No!
So you've basically decided at this point that the source of all of these troubles is obviously the wizard, which was kind of obvious coming into it. And you go for a strike, but you feel something tug back on you from behind, and it's the water elemental over here of Rodney, and it just sort of like grabs your shoulder and pulls you backwards a little bit to kind of hinder the attack. Doesn't manage to move you physically, but it's just enough to kind of throw your strike off. And as you turn towards it, you just see like this thing, like clearly it has some autonomy of its own, but it doesn't fully understand how to be a human. It has a humanoid form and has arms, and it's grabbed you with one arm, and the other arm is completely motionless. And just out the center of its chest comes a little hand that just goes like that, just wags a finger. And play returns to me, and I think it's probably going to try and get you in order to try and defend the wizard. So that is a 18 to hit, which I'm pretty certain that does. And it's going to roll 2d4 to do a strike on you, which is a 4 and a 3. So it's going to do 7 points of magic damage. And now with the inanimate arm that it had, it basically has a water blade. The small lance appear, and it just goes for a straight stab into kind of like your intestine area, almost like kind of like the side of your stomach, and does a strike there for 7 points of magic damage.
No.
Bird down! Bird down!
No.
Just 7 points. It's only 1
Avenge
HP for you, to be fair. You're getting
Yeah.
close though. So
I'm
that's
marked
what
in.
is that going to put you on 4 out of 6 marked?
No, on 3.
Oh, 3. Okay, I just refreshed the
3.
page. I didn't know whether I'd done it too soon or too slow.
Yeah, it's on 3.
And
Oh, no.
I think we're going to mark 1 fear in order to do a second go. And I think
No.
the wizard is now going to have a go at going for his big swing move again.
No.
I think this time he's going to slightly change targets. So rather than going for the 2 of you, Agatha's really gotten under his skin. So he's going to move over towards here. And because Rin has been noticed as helping Agatha with both the hexing and also the ability to dodge away from the boiling strike, it's going to use its attack, and it's going to go for you guys, which is going to be, it's got a +5 on this roll. The roll was a 13 + 5. That's 18 to hit, which I'm assuming it does. And it's now going to do 2d10 +4 of physical damage. Oh, no, actually, no, wait. No, it's a light. It can only, because you've now passed 7 points of HP damage to it. He's actually too weak now to do that.
Yeah.
So he does come over labored, but I think he's still going to go for Agatha just because he's almost blocked out everybody else in the room at this point. The water elementals are doing their own thing, but he is pissed. So instead, it's just going to be on you, Agatha, and that's going to be a 6 and a 2, so that's 8, and then +4. Oh, no, sorry, already landed the second go with the 18.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's 6 + 4, so that's going to be 10 points of physical damage.
That is major, but I'll take 2 armor slots instead.
You can only do 1 armor slot
I'll
at a
do 1
time.
armor slot and 1 HP.
Nice. And play passes back to you guys.
Oh,
I
is it my
am
turn?
Can I do something that doesn't, I don't think, pass playback because it's not an attack, but it's an action?
I don't
It's a
know,
spell,
actually.
but it doesn't, like, do damage, and it doesn't I can't fail it, basically. It just happens. It's like my hex.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that comes under using an action. I think it's either an action or an attack roll. I think they're kind of the same.
But it's then just a defense thing.
I would say that would probably use your turn. I think anything within
well,
combat,
I'm thinking
what.
it will use my turn. I'm just meaning I want to get it out before Sausage rolls with fear.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Go for that, yeah. 100%. Sorry, I thought you were trying to do an attack after it as well. No. But yeah, feel free.
I am going to do Conjure Swarm, but the other side. So instead of it being fireflies, it's to carry a beetle, armored beetles swarm in and sort of create a tight circle around me, creating a shield.
Can you do that? Is it once per long rest you can do that?
Nope, I can do that as many turns as I want.
Why is there a per long... Oh, no, sorry, I'm looking at Siphon Essence.
Yeah, Siphon Essence is one per long rest. That was what I saved that for, but... my Terrakia beetles are just something that I can summon, and then if I take damage, I can use Hope to keep them up instead of having to use the stress.
Ooh, so yeah, mark a stress to conjure armored beetles that encircle you. When you next take damage, reduce the severity by 1 threshold. Spend a Hope to keep those beetles active. That's crazy good.
So it means if you knock me into major or severe, I can push it back down 1.
You'll be able to spend an armor slot as well as the beetles if you wanted to. That's really cool. All right, nice.
That was all I wanted out. You're up, Lazarus. I just didn't want. I didn't want Sausage attacking, getting a fear, and then I'm just still defenseless. Like.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, look at those cool little beetles. Okay, yes. All right, it's time for me to attack this wizard one more time.
Avenge me.
Oh,
you're not dead.
Yeah, you're still alive.
Don't worry, I'll avenge you. I got this. Let me try something here real quick. I think I'm gonna go. Oh, I really want to try that Rain of Blades one more time.
Do it. Why not? You got the hope. Spend it.
Yeah, I got so much hope right now. I got 5.
The hope is there
so
to be spent. Never hold on to it. Just spend. You get it back with basically any hope roll, even if it's a fail. So like, yeah, spend.
I'm doing it. Okay, yeah. So I'm using my hope. I'm gonna try the Rain of Blades one more time. Do my little pirouette. See if I can attack every single. Not only the wizard, but this attacks all of them, right? Because I'm in the same range. So
I'm pretty sure it attacks anything within very close range, which at the moment I'm pretty certain everybody's in very close range.
Yay! Okay, you know what?
Big room, tiny fight. It hasn't left this top corner quadrant of the room. I think it would have played out differently had you come in through this door. There were, I'll show you where I actually had some other ones. If you'd have come in from the other side of the room, this was the bad timeline. They would have appeared here and here in these pools. So you would have probably charged at the wizard, and then these guys would have gotten a little advantage strike on you. Just so you know, just for context.
Nice.
But yeah, go for Rain of Blades. So you need to do your spellcast. So if you press the +1 spellcast there, that should do it for you.
Okay. And do I have anything extra for that Mark for Death on top of it? Or is it automatically added? Or?
Check. That is just bonus damage. So if you do land the attack, it will be an extra +4, plus D4.
Okay. All right, so let me roll the first one then. So spellcasting the Rain of Blades.
Yeah.
It's an 8 with hope.
You claim a hope, but the strike is going to miss, unfortunately. You are having a bad day with this Rain of Blades.
I can't do it. I don't know what's going on. I can't do it indoors, probably. It's too moist in here. I can't. I need to go outside.
Pitiful attempt, assassin. Seems like the bird is the only good one among you.
How dare you, wizard?
Yeah, don't say that.
He said while I've ripped like a part of his soul from him.
Literally just shattered
out of the assassins.
I think he was, out of the assassins, he was implying that. What are we going to do then? So it's my turn. What can I do? What can be done? Let's have a look. Okay, nice. I think then, I reckon we're going to go for... Sorry, give me a second. I'm just reminding myself some of these things. Okay, cool. I'm going to go for... Oh, sorry, wait.
What did Sausage roll there, by the way? Sorry.
That was a 4 with hope, was it? Or something?
No, it was with a 4 and a 3 plus 1. It was an 8 with hope on my spellcast roll.
And the difficulty is 15, isn't it?
No, just remembering that you get +1 for the action and damage rolls, but So if he'd got 14, it could have saved him the hex, but that won't.
Yeah.
No, it's too low.
Honestly, I think at this point, I think the wizard is kind of panicking, and he's just going to be trying to go for like all-out assault. I think because he's acknowledged Lazarus, he's going to turn to him slightly and try and do his just straight up like melee attack. You can see at this point that with the blows he's taken and some of the defensive measures he's had, the gauntlet is looking a little bit worse for wear, and it's on the verge of breaking. He rolls a 19 though, which is ridiculous.
Jesus!
That's a Galician sin sausage.
I'm about to die here.
And he's going to go
just
for
a hit.
2d10. So that's an 8 and a 2 plus 4. That's going to be 14 points of physical damage.
All right, that's major for me. That's 2 points. So I still have 3 HP left and 1 armor. So I guess I'll take 1 armor and then 2 HP.
14. No, 1 HP and 1 armor slot.
Okay, 1 HP, 1 armor.
You
Wait,
are
is
out of
14
armor
is
slots
14
now.
not in his severe damage?
No,
No, I'm
severe is
15.
in there.
Almost there.
So he was 1 point
Thank
away
God
from it being
wasn't.
severe.
That would be
Yeah,
severe
would've
for
been
me. I'm 13 is my severe damage threshold.
God. Wait, and I have these in the equipment slot. I do have minor health potions. Can I ever take one of those to heal?
You can. It would use your action, but yeah, you can take that.
At one point, yeah, because maybe not. I don't know if I should take it now or later because I'm about to die. Does that just take 1 HP away?
No, that is a D4. So you'd basically use your action to roll a D4. Whatever you get, that's how many HP you get back. So you could get 1, 2, 3, or 4 HP in return.
Okay. Can I do that at any time, or do I have to like wait till later?
You do it on your turn, yeah.
Okay, okay. I'll wait.
Spend your action to do that.
Because I'm about to die.
Play passes back to you guys. I had a lot of fear at the start of this. I've drained it just to like be angsty and spicy. So who would like to go? What about Rin? Rin's not gone in a while, right?
Oh, yeah, Rin's her ego is shattered today. So the wizard, wait, question. Is the wizard wearing a hat?
The wizard is wearing it. I guess it is a hat. It's got the kind of the pointed bend on it, but it is part of a much larger cloak, which has been singed on the right arm currently. So like I say singed, sliced on the right arm. So the right arm is exposed. The left one has the gauntlet basically completely covering the arm there. But the face still hasn't been revealed. It's just kind of a shrouded blob, if you will, a shrouded sphere.
Well, I feel like since Rin's kind of just been off to the side, I'm hoping that the wizard kind of forgot about her a little bit. So she'd like to maybe, sneak up a little bit. And what is a wizard without a hat? You destroyed my ego today. I want to destroy the wizard's ego, and I want to rip the hat off and then just take a little stab at the shoulder.
Okay.
To really drive it home.
I feel like that should technically be 2 moves, but sod it. We're going to go with this.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. How about we do this as a double up? So you do your attack roll, and yeah, let's say we do your attack roll, because I guess what would that be? That would be finesse. Yeah, I suppose this is finesse, right? Yeah, because finesse is your weapon anyway. So yeah, do your attack roll. If it succeeds, we can have that. So if you click on your dagger +1, that'll give you your roll. You got to hit a 15.
Oh, dagger +1. I see. Okay. Oh, 18 with hope.
Fantastic. Claim yourself a hope. And as you wander over, you manage to sneak around while he's in the middle of kind of toying with Lazarus. And you rip the cloak back. And you go, oh, it's bright! Because there are still residual fireflies that are floating around. The lichen is a lot brighter than he would like. You can tell this cloak is almost like a bit of safety. And from out of it, you just see a bountiful amount of hair just droop down to the shoulders. Seemingly, you had it kind of bunned up in the top of the cloak hood, kind of peak of the hat, if you will. And also, you see as the light begins to cast on him, it's like a creature coming out of the dark. And you see a big beard bush out, and you recognize this as being quite a malformed dwarf. You can tell that it's significantly taller than other dwarves and slightly widened and stretched. It's all kind of like bloated, if you will. You don't know whether this is just the way he was born or whether he's using the capabilities to manipulate water to kind of take the water within his own skin to expand himself. But you have revealed him into the light and seen his true face.
Nice.
This guy ugly.
Did you
It's
do
your guys'
damage?
go still. Oh yeah, damage. Yes, yeah. Do your damage too. You got 2d8 plus 1.
2d8 plus 1.
Yeah.
10.
Well, technically
10.
11 because the hex also adds 1. Unless that was the plus 1.
No, I don't think they were accounting for the hex there. So that is 11 points of major damage. Or 11 points, which is major damage, marking the final 2 hit points.
Yes.
So
Wait, would it not
Rin-
have been
back.
major? Would it not have been major damage if it wasn't that plus 1?
Nope, it would have been the major threshold was 11, and the severe was 23. That's how strong
Damn.
this dude was.
Let's go.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
hitting that
Hex
major
paid off.
threshold, the big old catchphrase is. So Rin, what's the finisher?
Do something cool. Do something cool.
Do something cool? Okay.
See something about candy.
This is I've told you how.
Okay, no.
He's been revealed into the light,
So
but you can
he's
decide
been
how to
revealed
finish
into the
this.
light. I'm picturing that he's like still like closing his eyes and stuff, and he's got this long, luscious hair. And you know what? Rin also has luscious hair, and she knows. Like he takes good care of it, and he takes pride. So she cuts off his hair.
Damn.
That's it. I'm hoping that just ends him.
How embarrassing.
So as you do, you see the slash through the hair. You've got the chunk of it just there as well, and where he's taken like by surprise, the light is on him. You see that he almost begins to kind of like bubble. It's like, as though boils are appearing over his skin in real time, and then you see a bit of like heat emanating, steam coming off the body. The 2 water elementals nearby just splash down into puddles and dissipate, and in the same fashion, so does he. Sort of like expands a little bit, the boils come out, the steam's coming off, and then it's like an implosion, and he practically disappears. He just sort of shrinks down into almost nothingness, and there's a deep boom and a pop, and basically he just completely explodes. A massive aura of kind of like blue and like purple tinted magic just blasts out, knocking everybody in the room back off in different directions away from the center of him. And there's kind of like a really thick, dense mist that fills the room. And just as that begins to fade and disappear, you expect to see at least someone stood in that space. And instead, all you see is an emptied cloak. And there's a small mound beneath it that the cloak is now sat over the top of.
It's the thing, isn't it?
Ooh.
So it's up to you about what you would like to do here. You've successfully slain the wizard. You can have a look beneath.
Let's see if he has
Somebody
any
wanna
money.
grab it? I
Yeah,
don't.
let's see
I
if he
don't
has
want
any
to
money.
touch it.
I'll touch it. I'll touch
Loot,
it. See if he has
loot.
money.
Okay.
Can Agatha like use her staff to like push the cloak off the mound?
Yeah. Let's get close. Let's get close and try to get it out.
You can. To do that, though, I would need a finesse roll from you.
Yes.
Okay. 14 with hope.
14 with hope. That is just enough.
Ooh.
So as
Ooh.
you reach on over, initially when you go to put your staff towards it, it rumbles and it shakes. And you kind of pull the staff back for a moment. And then there is a secondary puff. There's a secondary mist burst that comes from outside of it.
Oof.
And when that passes, there's a stillness, there's a calm. And Agatha then gets the staff and manages to prise back the cloak. And some of you may have been anticipating that the gauntlet may have been underneath there. That's the source of his power, seemingly. But instead, that's not what you find. Instead, you find a large hammer just laying there. It's... I don't know. Actually, could somebody give me a knowledge roll? Who would be the most knowledgeable about ancestries and people of the world?
I have 0.
I have
plus
0
one.
I've got
too.
0 as
I have
well.
plus 1. So Agatha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please, Agatha, let's go.
Okay. Agatha, give me a knowledge roll real quick. The information you will ascertain from this will be based on how well you roll here.
It was a 5, but it was a critical success.
Oh!
2,
So-
and 1.
So on that, you look down and you see the hammer and you recognize an emblem that's on the side of it. You recognize this as being very old. Maybe not quite as old as you, but old in it's slightly you're not as old as it, should I say, sorry, in reverse. But it is something that hasn't been lost to time just yet. And you recognize this because you've seen a lot of people come and go through Orchidia, heading to places like the Riverwood Hamlet. You've seen people come on their boats to and from, and you recognize that as being the symbol of the Dwarven Kingdom out to the far east. And with your general magic affinity, you can tell that this hammer has nothing else suspicious about it. It's not going to harm anybody that wanders towards it or decides to touch it. But it lays there on the ground, motionless. And just beneath it, you see broken ceramic. The hammer itself has got a kind of classic, kind of like Mjolnir sort of shape to it. It's not nearly as big. It's smaller for probably dwarven use. But beneath that hammer, what it seems to have landed on when everything kind of came crashing down is basically a small broken ceramic pile of red shards that you recognize as being a mask of the Scarlet Veil.
Oh,
Our
them
arch nemesis.
again.
Can Agatha lift the hammer?
Agatha can. This is only made for dwarves, and as much as Agatha is slightly stouter in size and a bit frailer, it's very wieldy. You're very much able to pick it up.
It's not Mjolnir. It's fine.
I don't know what we're meant to do with this, but I think probably maybe taking it and returning it might be useful, or at least holding on to it for a little while.
Yeah, I think it's best we keep it safe. I mean, it looks important.
Yeah, it looks like it's could be worth a little bit of money, I think.
It's our trophy for defeating this stinky man, or whatever he was.
So you
Or
said,
one of
is
us.
there any evidence of the gauntlet?
No, the gauntlet seems to have gone somehow. You would assume that it was just shattered in the sort of the manner and the magics of the blast when his physical being dissipated. Dwarven materials are made of tougher stuff, and you would imagine that the hammer itself kind of was on top of the red ceramic, and that was kind of what protected that from incurring the same fate. But anything within the cloak that wasn't human, basically, anything inside the cloak that was a living entity evaporated, and the gauntlet seemed to go with it. The hammer was the only thing blocking the blast, if you will.
If I cut his hair, do I still have like a little bit of it?
You do, yeah. It's
Okay.
it's very dark, and it's just a very dark black. It has the occasional gray hair inside of it, but aside from that, it is nothing. There's nothing about it that's of particular interest.
Okay. Well, I mean, we lost the evidence of the gauntlet, and I'm hoping that, everyone believes us that we took care of this. So I don't know what we're going to say to everybody when we come back without it.
Well, I think, Deary, I don't think you should be saying much. Don't think you have the best
Yeah,
track
I know.
record
You
with
know what?
that.
Yeah, I've learned that. I think I'll leave it to you three, definitely. Yeah.
Agatha will also take the little shards of the mask,
Nice.
and she's going to put them into like a cloth wrap up and put it into her bag.
Absolutely.
Oh, I would like to play with the hammer a little bit and swing it around.
Yeah,
See
she'll
how
give you
the
it.
weight.
That's fine.
Oh,
Jenna-
thank you. I want to play
Sure.
around a little just to see if I can see the balance of it. I know dwarven stuff. My blades are dwarven blades too, so I kind of know the how to wield these and the weight of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm just-
I am a woman of my word, and she'll reach into her bag and pull out.
It's time,
candies.
guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
She'll pull out
Kitty!
candy sweets for you all to
I'm glad I
take.
didn't die.
What kind do you have? Can we pick?
What was it? What was one that I bought last week? I think you
Yeah,
gave
you
me
bought a
names,
bunch
but
of
to be fair, I think I just bought like a bunch of candies, like what we had, kind of thing. Like I was just stocking
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
I bought
I
a
can
mud
look up the
cake that I
sweet
gave
stall.
to.
The mud cakes.
I,
There
gave
was
a mud, I
the-
already gave a mud cake to sausage. That was a one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave the
God,
you gave the
God.
Isla Bonita mud pie to sausage.
Mhm.
There was the Isla Bonita botany sweets, which their colors resemble the flowers that are grown on Isla Bonita. And then there was also the axolotl scales as well. But maybe the sweets that you had could be different, or you can opt for the botany beans, as they're kind
I
of
think I'll
called.
just do like botany bean,
bean
where it's just
each.
kind of like different flavors. So like I'll let them I'll hold out a handful. They can pick one that they like each. And
Oh, I get the red one. I want the red one.
All right, I'm gonna go for green.
So the red
What did
one is actually a fire flower.
a little
So,
spicy.
I love
little
spicy.
spice on that one.
I'm good. I can take the spice. You know, I love my stuff with spices. Oh, yum yum.
The green one is particularly nice. The green one has almost like a slightly peppermint taste to it. You'll see like little flecks inside of it that almost kind of like mimic like flecks of kind of like copper.
Ren kind of secretly hates peppermint, so
Oh,
she like
Yeah.
turns
Grudgingly,
around
like,
slyly, pretending to look at something, and spits it out into the water.
Nice.
Crow, what one did you want?
what color did you get?
Wait, what color are they? What
Uh,
colors do we have?
Make one up.
Oh my God.
Just pick a color. I'm sure there'll be a sweet
Pick a
close
color.
enough.
They'll be
Yeah,
in
there'll
there.
be a sweet
Pink.
color.
Pink.
Pink. Nice. That one is basically flavored after pig for some reason. It's somehow in a sort of a gelatinous sweet. They've kind of gotten like a kind of like a pork flavor into it. You do wonder whether this is just like straight like pig fat that has been encased in some way. It is very, very soft. You break through the outer shell and then it has this really sticky and you can't really budge it from your mouth kind of texture to it. It's not particularly pleasant. But for a bird,
Fresh
might feel a
meat.
bit different.
I like meat. Very good, Ken.
Don't we all?
Yes. Meat.
Right.
I can tell you as well that the hammer that you've just picked up as well, I can
Yes.
give you the stat block for it if you would like it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
let's get some stats.
I was gonna
So
say, if we get
it's
stats,
larger
we can
than a
figure out it makes sense to have it.
Yeah, so it is typically a two-handed weapon for dwarves, but for yourselves, I reckon you could probably wield it in one hand with ease. So the hammer has a really cool feature called Eruptive. So on a successful attack against the target within melee range, all other adversaries in very close range must succeed on a reaction roll of 14 or take half damage. So it kind of fits in that kind of like whirlwind vibe that the assassins seem to be going with.
Ooh, that's cool.
It does so the base attack does 1d8 plus 6 magic. I would imagine that goes up potentially if you are a higher tier. Although it does appear to be a tier 2 weapon, so maybe not. That might just be the level of the attack.
Can it be used if you're under tier 2? Or do we have to be like level 3 to use it?
Oh no, you guys are tier. Oh, sorry, yeah. Wait, sorry.
So for now, it's just a paperweight, and we can look at it and be like, "Oh, that's a cool one."
Sorry,
Yeah,
my
it's a
bad. Yeah,
memory.
I've chosen the wrong hammer there. Sorry, for tier 1, it is so it doesn't have that feature. It's simply just a D10 plus 1, but it is one-handed, so
Ooh,
easy
that's
to use.
cool.
So a D10 plus 1 is what it does. That's magic damage as well, to clarify, not physical. Because it has the dwarven runes that are etched into it that, you know, at a glance it doesn't glow or have any kind of aura about it, but at the moment of impact, it has that resolve, and there's just sort of, there will be like sparks and sort of a point of contact glow.
Like, I can hold it until maybe, are we using it to return? Are we taking a trip to the Dwarven Kingdom to return it to its rightful owner?
I mean, I think that's probably something we can maybe eventually do, but unless someone comes running saying they're really looking for it, I think it's ours.
Yeah, we can hold it.
Yeah, let's just keep it.
I think we have
Sorry.
other things we need to deal with too.
I know this
Yeah.
is really annoying. I think what I looked at when I Googled it earlier on were maybe like playtest rules. Level 2 is tier 2. So
Yeah.
sorry, that previous hammer you
okay.
can use. So you can use the previous hammer, which has that eruptive feature move, which will deal damage to nearby ones. That's a way cooler hammer, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
This is a cool hammer.
Sorry, thank you, chat, for that one.
Right, I don't know about you three, but I could use our sleep.
Yeah, me too. I really want to get
Me
out of here.
too.
Can we just
Yeah.
find someplace
I
nice
got
to sleep?
stabbed. I need
Oh
to
yeah,
heal.
I
I
need
think
to
we
heal
could
up too. I'm
probably sleep
doing
up
pretty bad.
in Arcadia and then make our way to Maryport in the morning.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. I need a bath after this.
Can I do?
Oh yeah.
I want to grab. Agatha's going to cut like 50 by 50 square meter of the cloak material.
Yeah.
Just because she uses that to patch up her own cloaks when she's damaged. So
Yeah, absolutely. You can do some patchwork.
And then I also wanted to do like a quick look around the room before we, like, probably whilst also just playing with it. I want her to kind of like just do an investigate around, see what else there is.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, give me I suppose it would be an instinct roll if you could.
Instinct. 18 critical success. That's 2 critical successes in a row. That's crazy.
Double.
Jeez.
Nice.
So looking around the room itself isn't of any major particular interest. It is an abandoned project, basically. You'll have heard of this when they were initially proposing about creating sewers beneath Orchidia, and they soon learned that even with any form of filtration system, the sewers beneath here weren't going to be able to cope with the amount of like moss and algae and like water life and things like that. In the top right hand corner of the room, there is a small sort of pond up here, I suppose, and there is a pipe. You recognize that, and there's even like a slight carving in the stone over there that just says MP, and you surmise that probably means this way will take you over towards Merriport. If you were to follow the tunnel all the way through, you know that those efforts were successful. So there is a path that will lead you all the way to Merriport. You just don't necessarily know where you're going to pop out on the other end of that if you were to go through that tunnel. Aside from that, over on the left-hand side of the room over here, you can see light breaking through the sort of like the water column that's there. There's literally an entire water column coming down, and you can see light at the top of it. And as you sort of like wander over and have a look up, you can see that that's actually a very quick and direct route back up into the fountain of Merriport. You recognize the iron trap door.
Into Orchidia.
Sorry, did I say Merriport? Yeah, sorry, I meant Orchidia. Back up
Let's
into
use that
Orchidia.
quick path, guys, rather than that tunnel.
Sorry, yeah, if you go up that way, you will get basically immediate access back into Orchidia, and you won't have to worry about doing the swim back out through the muddy tunnel to get back to the surface. So you've managed to find yourself a pathway out that doesn't result in any stresses, HPs, or strains. And then beyond that, there's not much else to the room. This is really an abandoned spot where seemingly just a very troubled wizard resided. Clearly not acting alone based on the evidence you found, but there's nothing else here of particular interest.
So I'm assuming basically our 2 options would be go up, rest at the Orchidia Tavern, and then go to Merriport in the morning, or do a trek through this tunnel to Merriport now and then sleep there, but it would be much later in the day, right?
Yeah, and you don't necessarily know whether the path through the Merriport pipe will be safe.
Fair.
Okay.
I think we go up there, have a nap.
Rest time.
We'll head over
Yeah,
and
I think I
and-
need a really long nap after that.
Yeah, we'll take the scenic route in the morning. That's okay.
Yeah.
We go
Nice.
up the pipe. We go up the...
Nice.
Yeah,
So you make
go
your way up to the pipe. We are going to need a strength check from somebody to see whether they can actually prise this iron trapdoor open. Because it's not even necessarily that it's bolted down or pushed down, but it does need a little bit of oomph to get it up. And where you're swimming up a pipe and trying to press upwards, you're going to have to kind of like splay your legs on the side of the pipe itself and try and push upwards. So who would be best suited for that?
Ooh, I'm -1 strength.
Can Agatha
I'm
just
I'm
point her
0.
staff and blast at it?
Yeah.
You know what?
Please.
Oh, the
Rolling
hammer,
on the,
too.
because of double criticals, I'm just going to say, yeah, that happens.
Okay.
I think you need a-
They're all
you
like,
need a
wait, how are we
back-to-back
going to get it off?
blow.
And she's like, I'm tired. And just
I just want to go home.
So you just see it, and the people in the town of Orchidia just see a giant water column burst out of it. The watchers that are outside of the tavern and one that was inside come rushing outside. They're coming again! They're going to strike! And they're all there with their spears in hand.
Climb it out.
And it's some of you are actually rushed up with the water and actually floating on top of it, whereas Agatha comes out a little bit more gracefully and just like manages to crawl out of the pond and just sort of like dripping dry as you step out. You've been doing all of this.
Oh, dearie, you know if it was me, you wouldn't be alive to hear about it. I've
Tell
solved the
'em, Grandma.
problem. Let me get to bed.
What
And
do you
she's going to
mean?
be like, "Don't mind me, dearie." She just walks past them to go into the.
And just watches you go by. There are like a number of hostels which are just down the side of the tavern. You go between the record store and the tavern, and you just wander down, and you go and find a bed for the night. As you leave as well, that magic that you've used to kind of force wind and kind of nature upwards dissipates, and the three of you, the rest of you, just crash down into the fountain. I suppose you're with her then, are you?
Oh, yeah. What do you think?
I don't know what to think. Did you make
You're
those
welcome.
elementals?
Yeah, it's all over.
No, it wasn't us.
No, we killed them. They're all dead. Yeah,
Yeah, we
nothing
did
to
you
worry
a
Look, I have a
favor.
stab wound.
Yeah, I'm kind of
I'm
dying
gonna
right
die
now.
soon. Let me go to bed and
Yeah.
stop.
Or if you don't prove it.
Oh, we gotta
Prove
prove
it. I mean, I've got hair. If you,
Yeah.
I've got hair
Stab
from the
wound
guy
not
I
enough.
killed.
my
We've
whole
all
chest
got
has a
hair.
scar. Check the scar
Yeah, but-
out. What do you think this happened?
Agatha's going to hear this going on, come back in, and then just be like, "Who was the guy that she spoke with at the town? You know, the one that was giving the like presentation that she was like."
Ooh. I know he was a listener, but I don't remember his name. But feel free to make a name up and we'll commit it.
I just basically want her to be like, if you have an issue with it, take it up with it and just say like the highest ranking person she's spoken to about this whole ordeal.
Okay, let's go with. I mean, do you want to come up with a name for them, listener?
Listener Periwinkle.
Periwinkle. All
Beautiful
right.
name. Beautiful.
Right, you have a problem, bring it up with Listener Periwinkle in the morning. We're going to bed.
And you
Yeah.
see him shudder
You
at the
heard
mention of
her.
periwinkle. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm so sorry, my ears. I mean, wait, you're not a listener. What? And in his confusion, the four of you just walk off. And you make your way down the side of the tavern. You wander into a hostel, and you get ready to lay down your heads for the night. And that is where we can take a long rest, as well as call a conclusion to the end of today's stream.
Yay.
We did
Yay,
it.
I'm
We
alive.
did it. That was a tough fight.
I know. At
My
one point, I was
perished.
thinking, sausage is low here. I wonder if I can get a death saving throw out of him.
Did none
was
of you
close,
remember
man.
that we have healing potions? Like,
Yo, I did. I
We
mentioned
do?
that one.
I
Yeah, but we have to
forgot.
I
waste
have
the turn.
two
I
on me.
forgot.
I have 2 healer potions. Like,
Oh
I have a
God, I have
stamina.
one. No,
well,
I did
you-
have one. I was gonna use it the next round. If it was my turn, I was gonna use it at that point because I only had 2 left, like 2 HP left, no armor.
Man.
So will we?
Yeah,
do,
that one was
we'll do our long rest.
And then this gets rid of
everything.
everything.
yeah,
right?
we'll start the next session with a long rest. You guys all
Okay.
let me know
Deserve.
how you spent your evening. I'm sure Agatha will attune with some.
I was going to say
Bullshit.
that I want to. The reason I took the mask is I want to do my communing thing using the mask pieces to try.
I
and-
assumed as much, and also I just thought you were taking it as evidence.
It's
to
kind of
show-
both. That's why she's kind of like,
That
what
too.
can I get out of it from the first night? Like, what can I learn? And then I'll use it if needed. Like, but normal in my head, it's kind of like she can do the attunement to just general things, but like if she's got more specific stuff, it makes it easier for her to like hone in the information she wants nature to give her.
Yeah. Who ended up with the hammer in the end, by the way?
So
I'm holding it right now.
You've got it. Okay, cool. I will send you the. Where is it? Where's that hammer gone? The hammer. I mean, on the Daggerheart website, it's called the Hammer of Exeter. So if you want to go to your equipment tab.
Oh yeah, how do I do that? Where do I go?
You go to equipment, which is one of the tabs there.
Where do I click? In my
see.
character sheet? Where in the
Yeah. So in your character
builder?
sheets. No. So you've got so beneath your 2 weapons.
Yeah.
um,
Oh, okay.
It then says equipment there. If you click on
Equipment, got it.
that,
Yeah.
and then you should then be able to press on manage equipment on the top right of that window.
Top right, manage.
And then if you type in,
Where is it? Wait, but where is it? Top right.
it's next to your handful. It's next to your gold in your bags and chests. It's next to your money.
Oh man, he got it. Okay.
Yeah, manage equipment. And then if you type
What's it
in
called?
EXO, that should probably come up. It's called the Hammer of Exeter.
Ooh. Oh, it says unlock. I have to unlock it.
Oh, weird, because I have everything unlocked. We'll figure that out for next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got the Hammer of Exeter. And and Agatha has got the shards. And I suppose next time we will be making our way to Merryport, trying to claim the bounty that you've all been working so hard for.
Yes.
And figure out where the world will take you. Will you be exploring the murders that happened at the north end of Merryport that you saw the speakers investigating? Are you going to follow information that you have about the Scarlet Veil? Will there be any interest in headed to the Dwarven Kingdom, albeit that's a really, really long way away? Or will something else different happen entirely? We don't know, but we'll find out next time we play.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Martin.
All
Thank you
good.
so much for
That's
doing
awesome.
that,
Yeah,
Martin.
that was
a lot of fun.
awesome.
That's all right.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Thank you
Sorry
for
that
killing me.
Sorry that the combat was so long. I was trying to be like really swift with it. But
To be
sometimes
fair,
it is
we
just a
just
bit
had
slow.
the worst.
No, we just
rolls for
failed.
We were so
Yeah.
unlucky today. Yeah,
I
that was
I
one
feel
of the
like
worst
it
ones.
was like only me and Crow that hit most things, and then like Griff
Yeah.
got in at the end. But
Dude, I only hit
yeah,
one time.
luckily I got one hit. That was it.
I was really
Yeah, the one
good
that
'cause
counted though.
I had that really cool moment where I had Rodney. So that was from your guys' first night in Merryport.
Yeah.
I think
that
you
was
guys
cool.
spoke about that in like the hostel before you went to
Mhm.
sleep. And I just jotted down the name Rodney and I was like, oh, okay, that's good. I can use that at some point.
That's cool.
So I managed to work that into the battle there. It's basically, I've been trying to note down every tiny little offhand comment or character trait or whatever to like really continue to make this feel like a real living world. Whether they are NPCs that exist on the server already or whether you guys just blurt them out. So I'm going to keep trying to do that because I think they're quite fun for little like narrative twists and pulls and stuff.
Yeah, it's super fun.
But yeah, so we
That's
will
awesome.
figure out when we can play again. I think that'll be fun. And that's all for today.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Thank you so
Yeah, you
much.
best.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, everybody, and I will see you all next time.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And there we go, chat. I can leave that collab. And that was a lot of fun. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Daggerheart is always a blast. It's always so fun to like play and do and just get to kind of like act in these characters. Agatha also just, I'm having a blast playing, like, no fear. I still had 5 HP. Like, I had 5 HP, 2 armor slots, and some beetles up. Like, she was ready. She was ready to do whatever she needed to do. But I am going to go and have some dinner. So, I think I'm going to send you to... Let me see. I'm going to send you all over to Gracie, who's playing some Hollow Knight. I will not be live tomorrow because it is Cam's birthday. So if you like Cam at all and you want to like tweet him or go on his Discord and tell him for tomorrow, the 18th, happy birthday, you can. But we are busy for his birthday. And then on Wednesday, I'll be live on Christmas SMP. We're doing that again. With a like bigger group kind of thing, and there's a few little mod bits that actually starts tomorrow. I just won't be there. So I'll be live on Wednesday to start the Christmas SMP. We're starting early so that we actually have more than like 2 sessions off it, which will be nice. By the way, like content stream wise for me in the next like the rest of the year, we're sorted. I don't think I'm going to be struggling to figure out what to stream. So get ready for consistent content. We're going to have a lot to do. But thank you all for coming and hang out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evenings, and I will see you later. Bye!